let's jump back into this. Let's see. So, yeah, so that was the background of where we're at in the game as well. We're going to jump into here, but we have to review what happened in the previous stream just to kind of see what we missed, of course. So let's get this started. Play and continue. I can't imagine where this game's going to end, Alex. Everything's going downhill so absolutely fast. It's insane. And I always forget to mention it, but that loading screen is so clever. I love the hand above the person, like a marionette, just kind of controlling him. See, is it going to give me a chance to look at that? We might have to get to this first. Okay, an important review. You arrive at work a little early despite a stressful journey in. You still aren't quite sure of everything that happened, though if the swarm of CCOs all over the building is anything to go by, this isn't just a Channel 1 matter. This is confirmed when you are informed you need to speak to Bozeman immediately and are escorted to his office. Oh, that's not good. You sit nervously outside waiting for your boss. A few minutes later, the boss man arrives, disheveled and with a stern-looking CCO in tow. The CCO are kind of like government police. Ah yes, Winston, good. This is the specialist Ables. She will be observing this interview. Please, come inside and take a seat. Oh, that's not good. The ruddy-faced man bustles into his office and leaves the door open for you to follow. The few times you've been here before, it was immaculate, with everything in its proper place. Not so today, oh my gosh. It must be serious for Bozeman to be this flustered. So Alex, do you know why you're here today? Bozeman's eyes are sharp, and his gaze is fixed on your face from across the desk. Ables is standing behind you, out of sight, but definitely not out of mind. Let's just say I assume to do with what happened with Disrupt last night, because we don't want to, like, if we incriminate ourselves, we'll be like, not really, no, I wasn't involved with anything that happened. That seems like we're trying to deflect, I think. Oh, okay, we have to wait till the next zone to rewatch, Alex? That makes sense. Oh, that's a good idea. Honestly, yeah, that's the best you can do right now. Phantasma, just keep your mind off of it. Keep yourself busy. Yeah. And the loading screens on the PS5 have shocked you because they just don't exist. It's so nice, isn't it, Forsaken? I love the short loading screens. And the prognosis is good, Phantasma, but the surgery gives you the heebie-jeebies and the pain is scary. Luckily, you only have to feel the aftermath. I mean, anything like that, I'm sure they're going to knock you out or do something so you don't notice it. But yeah, dealing with the aftermath isn't going to be fun. Lots of ice cream, lots of that. Oh, you can try quitting? We'll just keep going. We'll get it in the next chance we do. Okay. So what happened last night was nothing short of a culmination of a heinous and outrageous campaign of terror that Disrupt had been reaping on this nation and its territories. Bozeman shoots a glance behind you to your left, where your CCO observing is standing. And it is, of course, our duty to root out this rot, wherever we find it, to prevent anything like last night ever happening again. I have been asked by Advance to perform interviews with all staff members involved, and will be submitting a personal review of your performance, both during the incident in question and throughout your time here. Oh no, this is kind of scary. Yeah, definitely gonna have some specialized diets, Phantasma, but wherever you get a chance, you gotta treat yourself. Okay, this can only end well. His expression remains stern. Just tell the truth, Winston, and this will all be over soon. Arranging some papers, Bozeman clears his throat and begins. Obviously, a lot happened last night, and I have a number of interviews to conduct today, so I'd rather not waste any time. Be brief, concise, and clear in your answers. Oh, I'm scared. Oh, nice. Good luck taking out those targets, Forsaken. You nod. So let's start at the beginning of the broadcast and work our way through. After the attack at the memorial, you seem to have portrayed the terrorists in quite a sympathetic light. Why? Let's just say I showed what was happening. The news. That's our job, right? I see. So you're saying it couldn't be helped, and you had to show the aftermath as you did. I'll be sure to make a note of that. Funny how unauthorized footage always seems to find its way into your broadcasts. Oops. My finger slipped. Bozeman scribbles some notes down, the noise of his pen scratching into the notepad punctuated only by the constant tick-tock of his ornate clock. Hopefully this will be over soon. Oh, nice, Scout. Thank you for the lurk. I really appreciate lurks. Reviewing the broadcast, we noticed something a little odd about a particular camera choice. It was while everyone else was talking and, oh, where did I put it? Ah, yes, here we are. Do you recognize this? With a flourish, Bozeman produces a leaflet from the notice board and places it in front of you. I'll just say, I assumed it was just part of the set. Why else would it have been there on camera? I like that answer. So you're saying the blame lies entirely with the crew on set. Oh no, am I going to get them in trouble? There's no way you could possibly use your own judgment to determine it was unsuitable? You hear disapproving grunt from the CCO behind you. Typical Winston, we shall see. Not exactly subtle there. Oh, this is bad. There was one thing we noted during the finale of the notice board. Bozeman picks up the notes on the other side of his desk. You seem to play an odd choice of sound effects relatively early on. Now the script was expecting laughs, but for all three you chose to play boos. Why did you do that? I like this. I felt they were the most appropriate choices. Art is subjective after all. Yes, well, choice is given to those who can show they employ a sufficient degree of good judgment. It may be we need to review this policy, or at least who qualifies for it. You can see Bozeman is frowning as he adds to his notes. It might have been nice to have him on your side. How many other people will you be interviewing today? Towards the end of the show, there appear to be some issues with the censor equipment. At this point, Bozeman pauses for a moment, putting a lid on his pen and placing it carefully on the desk, perpendicular to his notebook. How do you explain the fact that you censored perfectly acceptable language during the final segment? I like this. I just do what the display tells me. I don't decide what's supposed to be censored. It would be a very strange coincidence that one of our key pieces of equipment were to develop a malfunction at the exact time Disrupt chose to attack. A disappointing but not unsurprising lapse by an incompetent employee seems much more likely, but I suppose we won't know until maintenance have had a chance to check it out properly. Silence takes over as Bozeman writes some notes. How many questions will you have to answer? At this point, Bozeman took out a pair of glasses and placed them somewhat delicately at the end of his nose. Then the portly man leaned forward to examine his notes in detail. And what is going on, Drastic Ace? How you doing? Now, obviously we expect the odd bit of interference here and there. Unavoidable, however. He paused, turning the page to the agonizing pace. Interference is not the same as terrorist propaganda. Would you care to explain how quite so much of their messaging found its way onto our airwaves? Let's just say with everything else going on, I just didn't realize until it was too late. We'll take the blame for it, kind of. Out of the corner of your eye, you note the specialist Abels is visibly more attentive, waiting your boss's response. Well, it's certainly true that accidents do happen, but it's an amazing coincidence how often they seem to happen when you're around, Winston. Bozeman's smile is anything but warm, and Abel's glance towards you with a stare that can only be described as glacial. You offer a strained smile back. A loud creak breaks the growing silence as Bozeman leans back in his chair. The tape of that poor Miss Brightman? Why did you play it? Help me understand. Why play that tape? As you meet his gaze, you're almost surprised to see an earnest concern in the old man's eyes. Gosh, this might be a good answer too. You can say, I was worried what Disrupt might do if I didn't play it. Or it seemed like news. That seems very vague. I don't know. This is almost like we're the ones in trouble. I don't know. But that's also confirming that we were kind of working with them, or we knew what we were playing. I'll stick with this. Let's keep going with pleading the fifth, essentially. You watch Bozeman slowly cleans his glasses before answering. Well, at the end of the day, you chose to do it, Alex. I know what I'd have done in your shoes. After all, you do have a habit of playing tapes you shouldn't, don't you? He clears his throat and leans forward again, staring at you for a moment before continuing. That is, however, all I had for you. Thank God it's over. I think that's all the information we need for now, Winston. Bozeman looks questioningly at the COO, but this time you've turned around. The moment has passed. Best you go home for now. There's no work until we get a new satellite tower up. But of course, don't leave town. I may have more questions for you following the other interviews. As you leave, you see open hostility in the specialist Abel's eyes. You knew there'd be consequences. Oh no. So nobody's really working. There's no satellite tower to even broadcast. Whoa, my goodness. Are we going forward another year? Practically. A banquet for some. It's your anniversary. A week away could have just been what the doctor ordered for you and Sam. They told us not to skip town too, but after speaking to the travel agents, there's just no way you can afford it. Maybe next year. Oh yeah, current wealth, not quite breaking even, so we're not in the worst straits, but we're not doing too good. Still, just because you can't have a holiday doesn't mean you can't make tonight special. You have the day off, so you could try and make a nice romantic meal for them this evening. Though they did expressly tell you not to bother this morning. You think, a cheap last-minute gesture won't change anything, were their exact words. Do it anyway. It'll be nice to have a lovely evening together. You get to work, turning the house into the perfect romantic setting for tonight. Everything's going according to plan. Sam's gonna love it. I don't know. At least we're trying. Impatiently, you wait for them to arrive. Even you and Chris seem to be on the same page for the first time in years. Maybe it's been long enough for them to forgive you. Or perhaps they've decided they were unfair to ask you, but either way, you're grateful for the newfound peace. They even helped you clean up the house today when Sam gets back from work, so it'll be pristine. You hear keys in the lock and put the final touches in place. As Sam steps into the hallway, you're waiting in the doorway to the kitchen, dressed to the nines and acting as nonchalant as possible. Alex, what's all this? Oh my god, did you clean? And what's that smell? They give you a quick kiss as they step past you into the kitchen, where the banquet is laid out, candles lit, with Chris and Charlie standing quietly, grinning. Oh my god, Alex. Happy anniversary, Sam. Happy anniversary comes from the chorus of the two cheerleaders as Sam turns to you, smiling with tears in their eyes. Alex, it's perfect. Sam rushes over and kisses you softly, only breaking off when you get a less than subtle cough from Charlie. Hey, welcome, Hasifa. How you doing, dude? So I got officially accepted into the Community Cohesion Management Program, Charlie blurts out. Oh no. He's totally being indoctrinated. And that's our cue. Come on, Charlie. Time for us to go. Have fun, you two. Chris, thank you. Sincerely. You're welcome. Now I should go get our own dinner. You can grill Charlie when he's back. Tomorrow, as in not tonight, see ya. With a wink, they finish ushering Charlie out of the house. You pull out Sam's chair for them. Why, thank you, Sam says, taking a seat and grinning at you. So Charlie's been busy. They shake their head as you take your own seat opposite of them. Tomorrow, for now. You really didn't have to do all this, Alex. I know. I wanted to. I love you, Sam. I love you too, they breathe, admiring the panoply of food you've prepared for them. Don't know that word. Now, where on earth do I begin? They laugh as you pour the first glass of champagne of the evening. You're very lucky to have such a wonderful family. Who could ask for more? Oh, I guess we could still ask for our daughter, right? I know. I don't get that, Alex. I don't get that at all. Maybe they don't realize that the group is actually part of Advance? I don't know. Whoa, fast forward another year. This game is the opposite of 12 minutes. 1764, a job down. Everything's ready. You and Sam have been trying to watch Bullet Man for years, but you missed it in the cinemas and it never seemed to be in stock when one of you went to pick up the VHS. Now you're just waiting for them to get home so you can start. You hear the front door open as you put a bowl of popcorn on the coffee table. We're all ready to go. Get your butt in here. Yeah, right, Alex? That's kind of how I see it. That's messed up. Sam comes in with a vacant stare, ignoring both film and snacks as I sit down next to you. You actually have to nudge them to break their stupor. Sam, what is it? Gotta watch Bullet Man. I've just been let go from work. Sam is just staring into space. Oh no. Apparently, there just isn't a need for 2 nursery teachers anymore. Not enough children, so they can't justify the expense. Honey, I'm so sorry. It'll be okay. You'll find another place. No, you don't get it. There just isn't the demand for younger years teachers anymore. Not just here, anywhere. I don't know what I'm going to do. What we're going to do. He pulls Sam into a hug. I know things are tough, but we'll think of something. How, Alex? We're barely scraping by as it is now. And now, Sam starts to sob. We're going to have to sell the house. I can't see any other option. We've got too many debts to pay. If that's what we have to do, fine. It's only the 2 of us living here now anyway. I suppose you're right. Still, I hate the idea of losing this place. Think of everything that's happened here, Alex. They fall silent, thinking, maybe it's better to get out of that house. Eventually, you start the film, but neither of your hearts are in it, too busy thinking about the future. Still, a house isn't everything. It's the people who make it a home. Home is where the heart is, after all. Oh, I remember that now that you're saying that, Alex. Yeah. They were all anti-children in that propaganda. 1975. That's a lot of days. Okay, so now is when I want to try to quit back to the menu to like review that stuff, right? Hopefully it'll let us continue right here. If not, maybe we can just plow through all that text again. The sterility. Oh no. 3 years since the uprising. Okay, so I want to... I don't know if I can even go to that menu right now. It looks like we can go to retry from checkpoint or quit to main menu. Okay, do you think quit to menu will give us that option? Okay, what we're trying to do right now is actually just get to the place where we can look at the previous videos because there's a few details we need to catch that we missed. Archive, that's what I didn't do before. Okay, yeah, this is where I wanted to go. So we're going to watch the actual tape. We'll kind of fast forward a lot just to keep it going quick. But the 2 major things we definitely want to watch. Maybe we'll save the advertisements for the end if we have time to watch them all.
It's Territory Trivia, where tonight a group of menu center fulfillment executives
but the,
from Territory 4 take
the behind the scenes stuff is usually the most interesting.
Ashes to ashes.
Oh yeah, this is just where we're kind of picking the pictures. That poor panda. Probably the most interesting thing from here was maybe when we were talking to...
Can I help?
Was it Peter Clement? Yeah, so this is kind of the whole starting of the big uprising too.
You always ask the same question. How can I help? Well, this is how. And as for when, you'll know. Keep watching.
We had some kind of complicated instructions on how to set all that up.
What will soon be a memorial garden in Peter's honour.
Oh wait, that's right. Peter was already dead in this
So
chapter.
that old bitch lying through her teeth about missing that poor bastard.
Patrick.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
We're live.
Things were better with Peter, weren't they?
Patrick.
They were, and I don't mind saying it. They were, because he held her back. But now there's no stopping her.
Hello, Patrick. We're
Well,
live.
of course, can't say that, can I, Francis? No, not with public ownership.
He's in trouble.
Public ownership, you can't say anything these days.
There.
Now, she's lost it, mate. She's completely off the rocker. I heard from an aide that... Hello, Megan. You join me here live from the what?
He's just realizing how much trouble he's in.
Well, we will be
Good
going
picture
live
with the kitty.
to that groundbreaking ceremony just as soon as we can get Patrick back. Meanwhile, let me just say, I think the memorial gardens are going to be gorgeous. I've had a sneak peek at the designs, and Alana Marsh has done a fabulous
I don't know if I
job.
call them gorgeous. They're a little bit
all right, it seems like we
redder
have
than
got
they
the
should have
signal
been.
back. We can now go live to Patrick Bannon in Parliament Park. Patrick.
Thank you.
Yeah, and then we
Megan.
get her immediately, right?
Patrick Bannon, and
He
we
even
are indeed.
they even
live.
say they're Patrick Bannon,
Yeah.
which I love.
Apologies for the technical difficulties.
who are you
there,
fooling?
But any moment now, Julia Salisbury will step out.
Did
on
we see them
stage
before?
behind me
She looks kind of
and
familiar.
dedicate the gardens to a great departed leader, Peter.
Hey, version 2
Clement.
upgraded with more propaganda.
The crowds have been slowly gathering since this afternoon, and the atmosphere here has been bright and cheerful, despite the somber occasion.
Oh no,
And
Phantasma.
it seems like the
Gosh, that
ceremony
makes
is
me just
getting
not even want to
underway.
stream
Here
those
is
games
Prime
at all,
Minister
you know?
Julia
That's such a
Salisbury,
bummer.
the picture of elegance, to begin her address.
It's like, why even have a streamer mode if it doesn't
Good
do anything?
evening,
I've
fellow
also gotten
teammates
copyright
and
strikes on
friends.
YouTube, or content warnings
500
with
days
that.
ago, all of our lives changed irrevocably. Still reeling from the triumphs and tribulations of Liberation Night, another great loss befell the people of these newly united territories.
Yeah, the claim, that's
The
it.
loss of a leader, a statesman, a dear friend, and a hero.
I love all these like
Peter
video clips I picked of him
Gordon
being angry.
Clement.
Peter's death at the age of just 62.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to like just do my thing, Phantasm, because on YouTube I'm not worried about copyright claims. I could care less. So I might just play all these games with full music, let the Twitch do what it's gonna do, and then upload the whole VOD. Mute music if I have to on there, but still just do
moving
it.
and building scenery, and then developing into the personality that we all knew and loved so much.
Good point.
Just the Job
How does that
first
work?
hit our screens over 25 years ago, running for 11 series, winning multiple awards, and charming audiences up and down the country.
They all
Peter
did
taught us,
surrender, and Peter
all of
died
us,
around that time. I wish we
not
knew
to
more
be
about what he
content with
died
the way
from.
things are,
I know they said something, but I don't know if I
not to
believe it.
accept inequities.
He was
no
drinking a
matter
lot.
how
I think they said it
small.
was liver failure or something.
But he also taught us
Makes
what
sense.
it took to fight them. Courage, integrity, empathy,
Anger.
and hard, bloody graft.
Across a career spanning 3 decades, Peter Clement was known for shows including Wake Up, It's Saturday, and much later, late night chat show PT, which at its peak drew millions of viewers.
I gotta say,
Peter
this
was by
new
no
news
means
anchor's doing
safe.
really good for just jumping in there.
Trust me, he once told me he had more regrets than he'd had stolen dinners. He always did have a knack for a turn of phrase. But it speaks to the strength of his character that he chose to share with
Seriously.
us his mistakes alongside his achievements, his faults as well as his talents.
I have a secret hope that he's still
Peter
alive,
had
because
the
I love his
heart to
cursing.
give
He
it
has the
all.
most creative
All he
cursing.
had for the people of these united territories.
Famous for his potty mouth, it's estimated conservatively that Peter Clement uttered over 1.5
Jada, how's it
million
going,
swear
Jada?
words
What are you
during his
shopping
career,
for?
though some sources put this figure well in excess of 2 million F-bombs alone.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Gripped by illness as he was in the weeks and months leading up to Liberation Night, he wasn't the man we loved.
It's funny seeing him so scary and
But
angry, and then
his eyes
like
still
talking to a
twinkled
baby.
with that familiar joy for life, that spark of wit and wisdom of a life lived for others.
Prime Minister Clement, of course.
Oh, you're
died
out
from
shopping. We'll see you
apparent
soon,
liver failure
Jada.
After suffering from the long-term effects of alcohol abuse.
I first met Peter
I mean, at least the
nearly
disease checks
20
out for
years
him,
ago.
right?
Moments before I was supposed to give a speech. Not unlike this one, actually. Only I'd spilt coffee all down myself, and I was young, nervous, desperate to be liked, and from behind me I heard, "Christ, pet, you've either pissed your kecks or sprung a leak, but either way you got a problem." And before I could even say a word, he'd stripped off his dry trousers and insisted I took them. That was the sort of man that Peter Clement was. Kind, compassionate, sensitive,
Slamming those
a brilliant
drinks.
thinker, a natural leader, but mostly a good man.
It was fun trying to always pick the angriest videos of him.
This glorious nation of ours, so beautiful and new, this shining beacon
Brilliant
of
drinker, he's
justice,
great.
equality and humanity is his perfect legacy. But despite his accomplishments, the future he forged there.
I don't know
the
what happened there. I
boundaries
think
he
I
pushed,
accidentally hit a button.
To me, he'll always be the man in his pants cheering on a stranger at the back of the conference. It is my great honour
What the hell was that
to give
pile of
to
dirt?
you
Is that like his...
the Peter Clement
Metaphorical
Memorial
grave?
Garden.
Oh, okay, garden, like
Should we see if we can get a countdown
First
going?
bit of dirt going in there.
Everyone with me?
Kind of like cutting a ribbon, almost.
9, 8, 7.
It looked like she's just kind of waking up from almost a nap. Just like,
I'm not leaving.
what's going on?
You two, come with me. Don't panic. No.
And I try to show just all the violence going on here.
The medic here. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. Just
Resisting! Ah! Fuck
What are you doing?
I'm not resisting! You saw!
It looks like,
Turn the camera off.
I forget her name, but the leader is kind of helping people, but she's just doing it for the cameras.
Who the fuck are you?
Oh, I can't hear you. I can't hear anything.
Aw.
Medics are coming, you sit down.
No, I can't hear you. I'm from the National Nightly News.
Well, then you can consider this payback. Salisbury's still here.
What's that look on her face, on Megan?
You were guilty of the murder of more than 10 million people. Justice demands a response.
haven't you done enough? Look around you.
Fucking
This is
time.
what your precious freedom looks like, is it? Oh, fire! Oh, God, no.
Take to the streets, the time has come. Stop fires, break windows, draw them out. They can't stop us all. Resist, distract.
Lower your weapons.
Mom?
Jeez.
Lower your weapons. Go on. Mom, it was unnecessary. Can't you see?
Look at the cameras.
Shut that off. I said turn it off.
Is this not enough? You've just seen them execute unarmed civilians. People like you and me. So why are you watching this? Why are you not in the streets with us tonight? What will it take for you to get up and be a part of this? March on team headquarters, storm the building, demand elections,
Now,
demand answers.
some of those
Be what
kills
you're born
were
to be,
no bueno,
once and future
but
free.
they also did set off a bomb. So if you're a security or
away.
defending this place,
We'll be back after
it's
this.
gonna get crazy. There's peaceful protest and then there's that, right? Okay, we had some commercials. We'll skip through that.
Episode of what has quickly become a hugely successful feature, the notice board. But before we do, let's
SG
have a paper red pen.
Pizza!
Love the
Let me give him a second to get through all the commercials and stuff.
It's really
Pause this real quick. Let's see. Yeah, Disrupt is also being super violent. It's hard to say. SG Pizza. Welcome, Raiders, to John Cadia. Yes, you get doggos when you raid this channel. When we get follows, raids, all that kind of stuff. Randomly, one of my 3 pups will run across the screen. How are you guys doing? Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for the raid pizza. Let's see here. Oh, it used to be Pizza Pizza Pie. I recognize that. Welcome, dude. Let me give you a shout out real quick there, Pizza. And what were you streaming? You were working on, what is that? Osu? I've never heard of that, Osu. What kind of game is that? What the heck is that? And Super B, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, welcome. We're playing a very interesting game today. This one is called Not for Broadcast. And essentially, we are the news station. We're like the editor. And our job is to kind of manage the broadcast, changing cameras, bleeping out people when they swear, maybe censoring certain kinds of content. And it gets very political and crazy. You have to make choices as to who you want to help, the corrupt government or the people. And we're trying to side with the people. And Keybreaker doggies. Yes. How are you doing, Keybreaker? Welcome. Yeah, so I've never heard of that game, Osu. Yeah, what does that even play like? Might have to check that out. That's pretty cool. And thank you again so much for the raid and thinking of me. I really appreciate that. And bringing everybody here. Let's see. So you were doing a little Valorant and you got bodied, so you went to Osu. Oh, it's a rhythm game. I wonder if I played it. Is it like based on an arcade game or something? Because I've been to a few. I've been to Japan, but I've also been to some other arcades here that are kind of based on Japanese arcades and played some of the rhythm games there. Like some where you get to like press buttons like in a big circle all around, and just all different kinds of games where you're mashing different buttons. You didn't have a instrument, but yeah, different kind of Japanese rhythm games. Not yet, Phantasma. I am going to pick up some, but I haven't had a chance to really look at my wish list. Have you picked up anything, Phantasma? So it's like bubbles that you show. Oh, you click on them. Okay, I have not seen that game yet. I'll have to check it out. My nephew plays a lot of those kind of indie rhythm games on Steam. He might have played that. Well, that's awesome, dude. Cool to play some unique games on here and appreciate the raid again. Okay, so right now we're kind of reviewing the previous broadcast, seeing what was recorded just to remind us.
There, I said it.
Because when you're playing the game and
connects with
editing it,
people,
it's hard
you
to
know,
absorb
people that
everything.
curse, and they say those are real people.
Thank you for the lurk,
struggling with
Hasifa.
real problems.
That's a really interesting point.
Yeah, I mean, I was saying to my PA's secretary as I got out the limo, I was saying, it's good for people to see
I'm usually okay at
normal,
rhythm games. I'll have to check it
authentic
out.
people like them on TV.
People like you.
Yeah, precisely.
Right.
Unfortunately, then I was interrupted by some dreadful wretch who wanted an autograph, but a swift kicking from security soon put him back in line.
Oh yeah, people just like her.
Yes, well, I think it's really good that our screens are filled with such relatable stories. So the notice board is coming to an end after a sensational time at the top.
Okay, I think we could skip most of this. She's really just talking about this kind of... Oh yeah, and then we show that symbol right there, which was to kind of indicate to the people that are going to riot with the disrupt to get started. That's what most of this broadcast was to help them get the, basically the revolution started. Oh yeah, then they do their terrible play. So bad. Oh, I saw something on that game deck game. It definitely looked like Disco Elysium. Have you tried it yet? It looked pretty cool. The Riot logo? Yeah, that fist thing? Uh-huh. I've heard of Siberia. Is that a new one? Because Siberia has been around for like a very long time.
You've probably seen me on the...
Okay, here's one of the videos that
After the
they
break,
told me to
we'll
play.
be both dancing and learning. So don't change that channel. We'll be right back.
And that's the new one in the series. I'm impressed they're still making them. That's pretty awesome. I haven't never played one of those, but might check one out sometime.
My name is Katie Brightman. I'm an economist and commentator. You've probably seen me on the news talking about Advance and how progressive their policies are. Well, I was wrong. And I'm here tonight to say I'm sorry and to beg for your forgiveness.
It looks like she's doing that at gunpoint.
My parents are not rich. My mother was a nurse and my father worked in a factory. I was the first member of my family to go to university.
Did you see how she like looked off screen real
But
quick?
I always envied my friends.
Maybe she's
who had
reading
so
cue
much more.
cards.
Over the years, my jealousy grew. So when Advance came to power, I didn't think about the damage they would do.
Oh, that's cool. They're all connected, Phantasma.
I acted selfishly. I was glad to see the rich punished. I didn't see how backwards Advance were. I didn't understand that rather than tearing down the wealth creators, we should have been helping everyone else to take a seat at their table. Under Advance, the country is poorer.
I mean, that makes a lot of
It
sense
is
to
poorer
me.
in ambition. It is poorer in aspiration.
Yeah, I get that, Alex.
We are
Oh,
infantilized
thank you so
by
much for the
Advance's
lurk, SG,
naive
and thank you for the
policies.
raid. You take care, dude.
Policies born from absurd, redistributive fantasies. I have whored myself out to the media to defend the indefensible.
Yeah, you did.
I have betrayed my parents. I see that now. Mum, Dad, I'm sorry. Our only hope, the only hope, now lies with Disrupt.
It almost makes you not want to help disrupt either, but at the same time, like, I think they're the lesser of two evils if they're not doing things right either. Oh, I'll miss you too, Pizza. Let's see, got to go back and finish Bird Story.
Welcome
Oh,
back to
I
the
never
National
played that
Nightly
one. I
News.
love To the Moon.
Later in this segment, we're hoping
I still
to be
listen
able
to
to
that
go back to
soundtrack.
Patrick Bannon at the scene of tonight's shocking Disrupt attack. But first, I'm delighted to be joined by the cast of the smash hit...
Okay, I want to see the aftermath of that thing, but we can skip this musical performance. I had to think. Performance? Is it like a direct sequel? Like it has the same characters? That's pretty cool. I mean, that idea of going into people's brains and like changing their memories. Honestly, you could make those kind of games forever.
All right,
So many ideas you could tackle with that.
Let's go.
So they talks about themselves, how great they all are. You get little bits of story in there, but not too much. I like that guy in the background, though. He's just like so over it. He hates the music. He likes how they used to do stuff, I guess, before they were doing musicals.
Megan, this
There we go.
is Patrick Bannon reporting from the scene of tonight's
Yeah, that's when they were talking about kids being bad.
symbolic attack tonight this evening. An attack which I myself have found myself caught up in. I'm still a little dazed and a little deaf, Megan. So I hope you'll forgive me if I seem that it's time to speak with the Prime Minister. Mrs. Salisbury, that's you. You're still here. The Prime Minister.
Oh, she's so out
There
of
were
it.
people that needed help. Any team player would have done the same. I don't deserve praise for being human.
Yes, no accolades here. Or Palisades.
Poor Patrick.
Or lemonade. Right. So, is the situation now? Are we safe?
Yes, the security services perform their duties without hesitation, and I would like to assure the public that although there have been some injuries, there were no civilian deaths here this evening.
Oh, that's good news about the Sorry, did you say no deaths?
That's right. No civilian deaths.
Oh no, we recorded a
Just
few.
before disrupt terrorists curtailed by law enforcement who were, as always, so cohesive. If I may, I have a message for your viewers.
Of course.
She looks back at the body bags.
On the camera there.
Stay at home tonight. Do not become another casualty of war. Disrupt have had their moment.
Look how happy she
but
is.
as
She
the
doesn't even
great
know where
artist
they
Peter
are.
Clements once famously said, it ends today.
Thank you, Prime Minister, for those strong words of strength. Back to the studio. Megan, now in the studio with Megan Wolf now.
Brilliant.
Patrick Bannon there, bravely reporting from the front line of tonight's
True, they do
horrifying
not see them
bombing.
as
Maybe you need to
civilians.
get checked
And
out,
pizza,
Patrick.
thank you for that clarification.
Well,
Yeah, I do
brings us
remember
to the
Finding
end of tonight's
Paradise as well. I
National
think I
Night
might
News.
have that
Here we go.
in my Steam library.
Victory is in sight, my friends. You have mobilized. You have come together. From our agents at the television networks risking arrest and getting those words to you, to the many hundreds and thousands gathering to invade team headquarters. As I speak, we are turning the tide, and it is time for change. Tonight,
Yeah,
we topple
strong
the
words of
regime,
strength.
and we also
Very
silence
confused
their
words of
mouthpiece.
concussion.
Channel 1. Time to wake up.
And they are not the overwhelming force they would have you believe. The military have been actioned and, well, it's pretty scary out there tonight. So stay at home and stay with Channel 1 because the team has assured this programme that the turbulence will soon be over and we can once again focus our minds on building the new future with equality, fairness and resources for all. My name is Megan Wolf. Let's make tomorrow better.
And she's still kind of straddling the line of trying to help advance, but also like, I don't know. I feel like we're doing the wrong thing.
Introducing the new luxurious La Deleur.
Okay, we have to watch this.
Only from Eye of the Beholder.
What is this doing to this poor woman?
Deep glossy shine for a top coat that can't be chipped and can't be matched.
Now she's not. Now she's not going to have any fingernails.
No more touch-ups or pit stops. Just intense colour that lasts and lasts.
They just keep mutilating this poor woman. Oh no, she died.
Only La Deleur gives you high impact colour with
Oh my
new shade lock
God.
technology that locks
That's
in
kind of
colour for not
amazing.
one, not
That's
two,
sad.
But
that was a good
24
twist.
years. Nothing is eternal. The revolutionary formula that drives
Oh my lord.
millions. The clock is ticking.
I was going to say, she actually looks a little bit better, but no, that's because they were dressing up the corpse.
Stopped. Death comes for us all. The new La Deleur
Yeah, if you put
range
acid on your
from
face and
Eye of
hair
the
and everywhere.
Beholder. Because life is worthless. Death is inevitable. And once you're gone, it will all be for naught.
You know what's funny is like if a company actually went with that slogan and like advertised it that way, it'd be a hit. People would love it. I'm sure there'd be some outrage for people in like, you know, more like think of the children kind of things, but it would become a meme. I think people would love it. Oh, you didn't see that one, Alex? That was really good. I was always curious to see what they were going to do to that poor woman next. I think they're done. I can't imagine any more commercials with her. Okay, so we want to check out the rushes. This is kind of the behind-the-scenes things that we may have missed.
Because I don't want to go on a date with your cousin, Colin.
What have you got to lose?
My dignity, my reputation.
It's all right once you get past the teeth and the problematic tattoo.
I am perfectly capable of messing up my own love life. Sorry about that. David wouldn't get off the phone.
Oh, is David single?
For Christ's sake, Colin, stay out of it.
I can help you. I'm an expert at romance. Ask my ex-wives.
Please don't set me up with your brother. That's 10 seconds, everybody. You're not as tight, babe.
Too short?
Too smart. Going in 5.
Nice.
4, 3.
Okay, and here's a bit of behind the scenes from the memorial. Let's see. I'm surprised how long these videos take to load. Like, I'm not sure what it's really doing behind the scenes.
Plus, we'll be taking a trip
This
to
is just
Dangy
streaming
Pod
stuff,
for the
right?
notice board, as well as getting a sneak peek at the hottest ticket in town. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
So I'm going to mute this. Right? No, let's listen to this.
You know, I was so pissed off
There we
with
go.
Colin yesterday, and I couldn't remember why. And I racked my brain, and it was a dream.
That'll be all, thanks.
He had the body of a goat and the face of my mother. I'll tell you all about it later, yeah?
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Jenny, I want her out of here by the end of the titles, and I want a new one by the break.
Mariah?
Yeah, she's just complacent, and worse, she's a dream person.
Right away, Megan.
Look, I'm not being funny, right, am I? But you wouldn't see
A
Megan
dream
Wolf down here, would
person?
you? No, not anymore. I tell you, look at them over there. I had to battle through 10 of those bastards on the way in. They wouldn't let me come in. One of them grabbed my arm, wouldn't let go. I'll tell you, it's lucky I've been managing my own form of self-defence. Worked myself out because bang, straight on the floor, down on the ground. Good night, Mr. Tom. He's not getting up. I'll tell you what.
Wait,
I'm
he
getting
hit
sick and
somebody?
tired of this. If I'm going to stand around here for too much longer, listening to that old bitch lying through her teeth about missing that poor bastard.
Patrick.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
We're live.
Because I'm not being funny. Things were better with Peter, weren't they?
Patrick.
They were, and I don't mind saying it. They were, because he held her back. But now there's no stopping her.
Hello, Patrick. We're live.
I love how honest he is.
No, not with public ownership. No, with public ownership, you can't say anything these days.
There.
No, she's lost it, mate. She's completely off the rocker.
We got a bit of this,
I
but not
heard
the
from
whole
an
thing.
aide Hello, Megan. You joined. Oh.
Oh, wait, then we go back here.
Still there for a moment. Well, we will be going live to that ground.
Let's see.
Got the signal back. We can now go live to Patrick Bannon in Parliament Park. Patrick.
Okay, so I'm going to keep that muted and
we're
listen
at
to
the
this
outside
one.
broadcast. You've got a couple of minutes, but please keep it tight.
Oh, Bannon, you idiot.
Yeah, he's busted. Okay, we can probably
Technical
skip
difficulties
most
there.
of this. Because we've seen all this.
And a hero.
So at this point, like, you mean in the story, or like what mechanically are we doing? Because like what we're actually doing mechanically in the game is we're reviewing the footage from all 4 cameras, but when we are playing the game, we can only focus on one at a time. So this allows us to essentially watch videos of sections we didn't get to see the first time. So like I was focusing on these down here with everything going on,
Great
but while
honor
that was
to
happening,
give to you.
there was stuff going on up here in the studio. I totally missed this. So now we get to actually listen to what was happening behind the scenes, essentially. Now I could have focused the broadcast on there, but that would look terrible. They want you to focus on the stuff down there. The security guard just pops up out of nowhere. Maybe they just wanted to watch and it's a better view from over here. I don't know. Maybe Megan doesn't actually say anything here. Just kind of watching in shock. Not really surprised. Like, not like, oh my God, what's going on? She just kind of looks like, oh, that sucks. Okay, now she's looking a little bit more worried.
Thank you for that. We'll update you on the latest from this disruption. There's a revolution happening.
The bomb was a good distance from the unit base.
Okay, so this is when we were playing a commercial, so we missed all this.
No, it's different tonight. This is the big one.
Great. So there's a revolution happening outside and we're off to dangly fucking parts.
That's journalism, apparently. Can we get set for the next sequence?
Yeah, I mean, at some point, they just kind of become a little bit desensitized, don't they, Alex? It's crazy. You're like, how could you get desensitized to that? But that's just what those experiences do to you. I mean, that's why, like, you think of like a boot camp or something. It's kind of hard to train somebody for, like, you know, going out to battle or something like that. But that's why they're so brutal, so that when you do reach that situation, you don't just
Megan,
freeze
this is
up.
your new makeup artist, Craig.
No.
What?
No.
10 seconds, everybody.
Aw.
Sorry, Craig. It's a no.
What's wrong with Craig?
Okay, we are going in 5.
It's probably really good.
3.
Welcome back.
I think we can skip through most of this one. That's when they show the symbol over there, which we did broadcast to help the resistance. I know. What did he do wrong? He didn't actually get to talk or do anything. He just showed up. Oh. Talk about judging a book by its cover, right? Maybe she just really prefers to have a female makeup artist. I don't know.
Change that channel. We'll be right back.
That's the ads. Well done, everybody.
Whoa!
We
What
missed
a
this part
brilliant
too.
run, eh? After party at my place, eh? Yeah? Hey, I've got a new grill out back. I've got 4 kinds of sausage. Hey, you coming to the after party? Oh,
Not even Craig will go to your after party. You know it's bad when that happens. Not even Craig. At least there's somebody less light, and it's that algebra guy. He changed his name, but I can't think of what his new name is. Come on, loading screen. It is running off an SSD. I don't know.
Please, Sarah, anything.
Sorry, Mum, I'm really not supposed to say.
Are we safe?
Hi, I'm Maddie. Johnny just said to ask if you need a touch-up.
Did she? That's my shade, is it?
Yeah.
This is my shade?
Oh no. Megan, what are you doing?
You can run back to Jenny now.
That's messed up.
Sorry about that, Sarah. Nothing you can tell me. At all, like at all.
They've said no one's died, that's all I can say.
10 seconds.
Yeah, it is loading
She is
4
in
videos,
tears.
but I'm surprised it actually
Going
has
in
to
5,
load them. I assumed it'd be kind of like
3.
streaming them to a point where it just kind of starts almost
to the
immediately
National
'cause
Nightly
it's on your
News.
hard drive.
Later in this segment, we're hoping to be able to go back to Patrick Bannon at the scene of tonight's shocking disrupt attack.
But maybe because it is 4 videos, it does have to put them all in memory completely. Okay, we could skip this again just to see if there's anything else we missed. Yeah, I mean, I can understand her being not in the best of moods, but that's no excuse. That's rude.
Used to be. Well, listen, let's get...
There might not have been much here we missed. I love that name, Novaries. Like ovaries, but no. It might be Scout. Yeah, I don't know.
I am pleased to say we can now go back to Patrick Bannon to get the latest from the
on your
scene
go
of
to go,
tonight's
go.
horrific events. Patrick,
Patrick's so out of it.
Thank you, Megan.
Sorry to have to cut you off there. I hope you understand it. Just stuff happens in the newsroom.
Right, we done?
Oh, no, sorry, if you could just stay where you are until the end of the show. Just a couple of minutes, if you don't mind.
He's my favorite, this guy right here. He's like, I hate music. Why am I here? She's still trying to like impress the camera. What is she doing?
Any minute now, guys. We're going to do my final bit and then we'll get you out, okay?
We've got curtain up in less than 2 hours, so it'll be great to...
There's a new monologue on the autocue for you.
From them.
Of course. What did you expect tonight? Freedom of expression. That was a joke, by the way.
Yeah, be careful how you joke here.
Oh, come on, we shouldn't even be here. Look what's going on out there.
It's important that we were here. People need musicals in times of darkness more than ever.
To scare you from having babies.
They,
Yes! Do they though? No, they don't. I was watching something, I think it was Jon Stewart talking about like the pandemic and stuff like that. He was just saying, we just found out how non-essential we are when it comes to non-essential workers, you know?
Studio with Megan Wolf now.
Patrick Bannon there, bravely reporting from the front line of tonight's horrifying bombing. Maybe you need to get checked out, Patrick.
Get reported to a hospital, please.
Well, that brings us to the end of tonight's National Nightly News. But before we go, one final thought.
That was crazy. We almost saw her
Throughout
collapse
the
there.
programme tonight, we've been receiving reports of disrupt activities throughout the territories.
Let's see if there's anything else.
The team has assured this programme. Let's make tomorrow better.
And we're out.
Oh, God, I think I threw up a bit in my mouth just then.
Surprised that there's any room in there with all the lies.
Excuse me, miss. Can you come with me, please?
What? Jim?
Oh, for fuck's sake, Jill, what have you done now?
Sorry, sir, can you please stay in your seat?
That's my wife.
She'll be back in a minute. Just need to have a conversation first.
We're going to need an understudy.
I'll call Jackie.
What's going
if she's
on
not
there?
free, we'll use Jessica, Judith, Justine or Gemma.
She did something to piss off Advance.
Megan can piss off.
Yeah, Megan thinks about doing that a lot these days.
That makes sense. Yeah, she says that because she's just getting over it as well. She's doing her best, but yeah, it's hard. Okay, so we'll skip the advertisements for now, just in the, you know, essence of time, and we can check those out at the end if we got some extra time. But let's check out this chapter. Yeah, okay, this is when we get to start playing again. Gosh, this is always tough, the first stream, or the first level on a stream back. I have to remember all the controls and mechanics.
I know we don't see eye to eye on much, but things could be significantly worse. Why don't you try to muddle through for a change, rather than your established approach of giving me a headache? If not for me, do it for the children, Alex. It's advanced is ill-conceived. Bring your daughter to work day today, so there's even more people than usual for you to disappoint.
Even our boss is over us. Okay, we got our tapes loaded, power's on. I don't know what this is about. Something got ripped off the wall. What was there? We don't even have a phone anymore.
And this is Jenny. She's the floor manager.
Hi, Stacey.
That's Colin. He
Oh yeah, because they're color-coded, aren't they, Alex?
Not getting involved and bring your daughter to work, eh, Colin?
Nah, we don't believe in it.
All right, come and sit next to Mum.
Believe in what?
Just days.
Another makeup artist.
What a girl.
10 seconds, everybody.
Monday's a myth.
That explains so much. Okay, we are going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening.
Let's see
and
what I
welcome
remember.
to the NNN. I'm Megan Wolf. And who's this? You might
The
be wondering.
NNN?
Well, it's Bring Your Daughter to Work Day here at Channel 1. So I'm joined tonight by my foster
Oh, is it
daughter,
really?
Stacey. Say hello, Stacey.
Well, that's cool.
Fuck yourself.
Oh!
Right then. Here are the stories that matter to you. First
Whoops.
up, with Advance confirming that the nuclear fallout from the 20-week war is to blame for the drop in birth rates across the territories, we asked you what keeps you going. I know that I, for one, was quite deflated
She loves
when
being
I heard
there.
about this, but reading all your submissions has really put the smile back on my face. This is from Sonia in Larkfordshire. I've had plenty of time to fill, so I've started a new hobby. Since I started knitting, I barely remember that 85% of the country is sterile. My record is this scarf.
Oh my gosh.
It's 124 meters long.
85% of the country is sterile.
You started a new hobby. Do write
Look
in
at that
and
look.
tell us about it. Next up, you know how we love your
Sounds like
uncanny
the world's gonna end
coincidences
pretty soon.
coincidences, and I
Oh,
don't know about you,
fear.
but I think this one really takes the biscuit. I'm not sure what I'm more impressed by, Stacey. The things our viewers spot, or the unbelievable way our menu centres are now able to feed every team member every single day. Catherine from Berkeldown sent us this, saying, I couldn't help but spot the face of poor departed Peter Clement in my fourth
I don't know if I
lager
see
this
it.
morning. Oh, I'm not sure if I see it, Catherine, but then again, I'm only on my third. Do keep those coming in.
Is she on her phone?
Here we go. We've just got time for one more of your stories, and this one is an inspiring story of rehabilitation.
Let's do number 4.
Tell us who it's from. Yeah, and then read it out. Okay.
So this one says it's from John in Stokely. Before I was convicted, I'd never read a single book, but since I was released from Betterman, I haven't been able to stop. I'm even working at a library, and on our lunch breaks, Mr. Wordyworth spell checks my tattoos.
Wordyworth?
We absolutely love hearing the way our neighbours and team members have been able to become better people. So do let us know your stories here. You can do this bit, Stacey.
No, you're all right, thanks.
Come on, give it a try.
Let us know your stories here at the NNN.
I feel like their voices just got really quiet.
Right, bit of a change of pace coming up here. You'll need to use the select button.
What am I missing? Oh, whoops. I didn't even notice that thing moving. This is what happens when I take a break. When I heard a noise, I thought like, oh, I have to switch to that camera. Is that what it was talking about? But no, it's this thing. Well, that wasn't good. There goes that entire chapter.
First up tonight on the NNN, it's time to celebrate this week's team lottery winners live from the Shakespeare Theatre right here in the capital. We're going to hand
Like I
over
said, the
to
first
Julia Salisbury.
game back when you've been taking a break is painful.
Stacey.
She's got a lot more going for her than you wankers.
Okay. Surprising approval
Oops,
there
missed
from
wanker.
Stacey.
Ah, see, I'm not used to that word.
To that right now.
It's like, is that even a swear word? I guess it is.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this week's Team Awards. Of all the many duties I have as team leader, this is by far the most pleasant.
I want to see what's being played right here.
As I so often say to you, the uneven past is now, following the demise of Disrupt, firmly behind us. This is the new future. And I say to you, it's better now. I am delighted to be joined here tonight by one of the oldest people in Territory 1. He was born over 107 years ago. Please give a warm team welcome
107?
to Alfie Tatchbadger.
I think I stayed on that camera too long.
So, Alfie, you must have seen so much in your lifetime. What have been some of the highlights? Alfie? Is he all right?
He doesn't know where he is.
His hearing aid isn't turned on.
Oh, could you turn it on?
He says it drains the battery.
Well, will you tell him that we'll buy him a brand new battery after the presentation?
Yeah, he says that's fine then.
That's awesome.
And I will help him with that, yeah.
If you would. Sorry, can't get the staff.
We got it.
So he's not just hard of hearing, he's like completely deaf without that.
107 years old.
Oh, don't bloody remind me.
Would you like to tell the audience what that's like?
Where is everyone?
Oh, I was just trying to, like, you know, get our ratings up, but it doesn't even let me pick any other. Oh, I think you're right. Yeah, I can't even choose another one if I wanted to. I wasn't trying to, but yeah, I noticed that it didn't light up any other ones except for the green one.
I'm Julia Salisbury, the Prime Minister.
That's funny.
Who are you really?
No, I really am the Prime Minister.
Oh, so you're
a woman.
Yeah, a woman. One of
Women can do anything men can do these days, Alfie.
Oh, can you piss standing up?
I can't say I've ever tried.
No, I didn't think so. 2 sugars, please, and not too much milk.
Shall we get to the awards, Alfie?
He just asked the Prime Minister to get him coffee.
Well, I'm not sure we have enough time left now for that, so...
When I was 9, I wanted a pet, so I asked me mum and pap. There was no television back then, you know. We made our own entertainment out of
Didn't mean to switch to that camera.
Well, that's fascinating.
So they got me a pet, see? But it weren't a dog. They told me it were a dog, but it were a stone.
A stone?
Yes. So I called it Patch, which was a popular name for a dog back then on account of the king having a patchy face. And I decided to introduce him to pretty little Gertie Thimble, who lived up the road.
Oh, how romantic.
They gave him a pet rock.
Threw my dog in the river. That was the day I decided I'd never marry.
And that's the secret to your long life?
Oh no, I've been married 7 times, divorced 8. There was
What?
a mix-up with number 3, see? Yes, I'm just lucky.
How do you do that?
Are we going back to the home soon?
Soon, Alfie. First, let's turn to the reason we're all here, the weekly Territory 1 Team Awards. First up tonight is a lady...
You're almost surprised she's like doing public things like this. I think it'd be dangerous in her situation.
In Hamble-Bamblebury, and she has single-handedly allowed more families to unburden each other than any other nurse in Territory 1. In the uneven path, she'd have been locked up. Tonight, she is being honoured as a team player. Please welcome Daphne Snifter.
I think I was there too long.
Are you here to change me?
Just give her a medal, Alfie. There's a good boy.
Oh, did they completely defeat them? Okay.
And don't let it...
They did say it was over, but we didn't know the aftermath fully.
One of those. Well,
There he goes. Look.
I can't get the arms up any higher.
Oh, come on, Alfie, you can do it.
Go down.
Thank God those fractious times are behind us, and now the territories are thriving.
Are we in? As the actor said to the bishop.
Yes, thank you. I've got it from here.
She looks so happy to be there.
Well done. Daphne Snifter, everybody. Now, open your envelope and find out what you've won. Don't hold back there. She's tougher than one of Peter's homemade Eccles cakes.
Got it.
Just ripped it in half.
I've won a holiday for 2 in Territory 15. Used to be called San Palmerino, didn't it?
I believe it did, yes.
Why couldn't we have stuck with that then? It's easier to remember.
Oh, wait.
We're all one nation now.
Didn't want to actually blank that out.
Still on fire?
Daphne Snifter, everyone.
Oh, what about my change? I've been in these white pants for 3 days now.
We'll get to that, Alfie.
Oh, right you are, love.
Although without Disrupt, like,
Tonight is a couple from
who are we really helping now? I think we're just going to get busted and knocked out ourselves.
Ill-gotten gains to the Assets and Wealth Act have really
I have a feeling they're going to come back.
future, setting up a community farm and petting zoo in their local area for all the local children to play. Please welcome Otho and Lobelia, Jackson Randy-Gannett.
Oh no.
You know, when I was in the trenches, I had a pal called Scotty Wilson. He was from way up north, so I didn't understand a bloody word he said. But he were my best mate.
It's so awkward, I love it.
Just grab them across
probably for the best.
And his best mate was Smudger Ace. There was them two, Fiddly Eric, Unstable Terry, and of course, Leggy Sydney.
Oh, of course, Leggy Sydney.
For a girl. But she had a boy's name, so they shipped her to the front anyway. First girl any of us has ever seen close up. She's dead now. They all are. Smudger and Scotty never made it home. Fiddly got shanked in Frankfurt prison in an argument over olive.
Story's never gonna end.
He exploded quietly at home. Sydney got a fatal skin condition. Scratched herself to death.
I wonder if she used those skin products they were advertising earlier.
Great contribution. So, Otho and Lobelia, a petting zoo.
After we lost all our wealth, we discovered there were actually people who had never even owned a pony.
I used to have 3.
So we decided to do something about it. That's the type of people we are, you see. Advantage of a private education, probably.
Well, I'm sure we could debate that all night, but there's no time. So, let's see what you've won.
Yes, before we do, there's something I wanted to say to you.
Oh, absolutely. Every citizen of the new future has my ear.
Sure they do.
When France came to power, you took all of our wealth. You took the shirts off of our backs.
Quite literally, in my case, I used to collect shirts.
Well, you might as well have the rest of it, too.
Whoa!
Oh God, not again. If I said it once, I've said it 1,000 times.
We gotta change cameras. Hey, Michael, how's it going, dude?
Flappy bits off my channel, Alex.
Thanks, better. And you are?
I'm just getting in trouble by showing some nudity. You know, it's normal here.
It isn't right and it isn't fair.
You tell him, girl. That's my wife, you know. No, you don't.
You can't mix pearls with swine. It isn't right. We used to have 3 horses, fed and defethled and hung well. And now what have we got? 2 mangy goats, 1 mongrel dog called Kenneth, and a rooster that would bloody shut up!
Can we get this over quickly with, please?
As the actress said to the bishop. Oh, here we go again. Hello, Alfie Tadge.
Looks like he's beating up the security here still. Oh, he's getting knocked out.
Oh, don't worry, love. I'll protect you. Oh.
Oh, Alfie.
Oh.
You better don't know what he knows.
You know, this reminds me of when I was in...
Here comes another story. It's supposed to be like an awards show, Michael. It's going chaotic.
All the pretty girls on the beach. Everything was black and white then, of course.
There's not a single other camera I can change to. Quit looking at the naked girl camera.
And tried to win a block
Oh,
of
she just got
lard
tased.
to take home for the family. You couldn't buy lard in those days. You had to win it. Oh, it was so much simpler back then.
You think the teenage girl would be loving this?
Girls were
All this
girls.
drama.
Everyone else was recruited by the circus.
How's it going with you, Michael?
There were loads of them, you see, circuses, with their big tents and their candy floss. You'd hear the music.
Look at that
with the
face.
pipe organ drifting over the nearby fields.
So this we made a terrible
Granny
mistake.
used to call it the most magical sound in the world. This was before she lost her hearing after giving a
Is he hyperventilating?
round of applause. Did you ever go to the circus?
What's that, Alfie?
The circus. Oh, never mind. Yeah, just the tea.
Oh, I wish, Michael. I do have work tomorrow, unfortunately. Lucky dog. Nope. It'll be normal stream tonight.
People simply can't let go of the past. That's why I look in joy and fervent admiration at the younger generation.
They might have killed her.
Such a team. And with fertility falling throughout the territories, we should value our fabulous new generation.
They definitely hit her a few times after tasing her down, which is unnecessary.
Winner tonight is a go-getter who really went and got him, helping to root out more than 170 disrupt collaborators.
Oh no, is this going to be like our kid?
Since then, he's gone on to be a senior cohesion cadet
Yeah,
leader
Charlie, right?
and organised all of the entertainment at last year's Camp Cooperation. Our final winner tonight, Edwin Neverley.
No, that's not our kid. Okay.
Oh,
You should be in a transition centre, you old Prime Minister. Yeah, it's an absolute pleasure to finally meet you. We're very similar, in my opinion.
Well, I've never been much of a role model.
Nonsense, Prime Minister. You have saved this country. You have fought enemies, foreign and domestic, with 9 fists. As with my own tiny fists.
I'd say that she created enemies.
Let's open the
There
envelope
were not
and find
enemies
out what
before.
you've won. Maybe it'll be a fist enlargement.
Jeez, kid, breathe. Sounds like a pug.
A year's internship as a behaviour coach at Betterment. Let's show the fools where they went wrong, eh?
Well, actually, Betterment is about rehabilitation, Edwin.
Absolutely. And if they don't reintegrate, we retaliate. Just like you did on Liberation Night. Thank you.
Oh yeah, the kids are messed up.
And stay vigilant. Report the non-cohesives. Be a team player.
That concludes
He is
tonight's
so brainwashed from that Boy Scouts thing.
Things will be a lot more normal. Back to you, Megan.
Prime Minister Salisbury there at a highly eventful team award ceremony.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Stacey?
The nurse was fucking scary, the pretees were saggy, and that little prick will never lose his virginity.
Nice.
You put there, if a little profane. After the break, we'll be going live to a star-studded premiere. You won't believe who's on the red carpet tonight. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Commercial.
And we're out.
Oh, Alex, one other... What's that? You're off already? I know you had to take the day off work for Junior, but... Oh, I see.
Uh-oh.
No luck still with Theodore. I'm so sorry.
Something's going on with our boss.
I'll speak to you later. Oh, Alex, completely forgot what I was going to say. Blast it all. Still, I'm lucky to have her.
Out of control into some kind of tragic comic disaster. Yeah, that.
So that's our boss, actually. He kind of tells us, you know, if there's something important going on that we have to do, some new instructions.
Jeremy, are you watching us?
He doesn't like us too much.
Are you fucking with us? Oh, right.
Oh, I bet it is. That makes sense, Alex. Yeah, they can't have kids, huh? Let's listen to the commercial while we wait.
Cooperation and cohesiveness. A song of solidarity for a steadfast society. No previous songwriting experience is required. All you need to do is record or notate your anthem and, if possible, arrange it for a modern 39-piece chamber orchestra or 44-voice choir.
No, I don't think he's a malicious a-hole. He's just part of the system at this point.
Responsible for the soundtracks to Bullet Man.
I have a Queen's View degree.
Hey, Bullet Man, that was that movie we were trying to watch.
And, of course, space opera.
Not Star Wars, space opera. 2 and 5.
So why not put on your composing trousers, sharpen your music stick, and have a go? You can grab the friendly 31-page entry form at your nearest team offices. Advance, because a mighty movement requires a mighty melody.
And we are going in 5.
Here we go.
4, 3.
Oh, that's good to hear. I heard Phantasma people saying the last episode was really good.
Here, wishing she wasn't. Thanks, Stacey. And in this segment, we're delighted to have sent Robin and Patrick to the movies. Yes, tonight is the world premiere
Nice.
of
Oh,
The
I'm so glad to hear that,
Automated,
Phantasma.
starring Lawrence Blunderclatch and the late, great Helena Canterbury Boatshoe.
Know how much you were
And all
looking
the
forward to
stars
that one,
are out
too.
Tonight. We first covered this film almost 5 years ago, back when it was called The Medicated. Then, for mysterious reasons, the film was suddenly pulled the night before its release. Well, since then, executive producer George Focus has spent 5 long years polishing the film.
Focus?
and
Not George
turning it into
Lucas.
a special edition premiering tonight with extensive state-of-the-art visual effects and a top-quality voice team. George says it's the movie he always
I bet
wanted
it's going to be
make.
totally propaganda filled
Take a
now.
look at it.
Oh, okay, gotta pay attention to this.
I can't deconstruct it. Robots!
Oh, this is the one where the acting kind of reminded me of a porn.
Grow that?
No, Dick, I'll kill you. Think of Saturn.
There's something on your face, Chief Harrison.
I love how that's not what it's about at all. You could just tell.
Real, baby. Flesh and blood.
Ah.
Captain Quasar.
But you're just ones and zeros, baby.
Sometimes my mouse button does not want to click.
Captain Quasar.
You rusted, but I didn't notice.
Captain.
I'm buffering, bitch, you said.
Got one on you.
God damn it, blast it off!
Here's a map.
What's a map?
It like doesn't even make sense what they're
North
talking about
on
now.
Star Avenue, left at the asteroid belt, and a tricky three-point turn at Uranus. What are these symbols? This corner. This is the key.
We could shut it down.
Yes, we could shut it down. But we have to ask ourselves, who are we?
Yeah, before it was just bad. Now it's like completely nonsensical. It looks so bad. I love it.
Gosh, thrilling stuff. What did you think, Stacey?
No response?
The robots were alright, I guess.
They certainly were.
Wow,
Let's
that's
go
as
over to Robin Short
positive
now
as
in
I
Western
ever
Square,
expected
who
from her.
I believe has got the star of the show, Robin.
Well, Megan, I'm joined by not one, but
Zeus,
both
what's
of the
going on?
stars,
It
Lawrence
does,
Blenderclap
the acting
and
very
Helen
much reminds you of that, doesn't it?
Thank you so much.
No, thank you.
Oh no, not this
It's
again.
thanks to shows like yours that Eleanor and I are even here. Don't you agree?
Well, I couldn't.
Absolutely right.
I can't believe that
darling.
movie won awards.
And you two have both
But they might
become
not have much to pick
absolutely
from.
huge in the past couple of years, haven't you?
Even huger, yes, that's right. I feel very lucky. Very, very lucky to be born, well, you know. And Helena is in massive demand too at the moment. She's still the face of a major cosmetics brand.
Oh, no worries at all, Zeus. I totally understand. Life finds a way, doesn't it?
But is there any
It's good to
chance
see you,
we'll
Ben.
get
What you
see
been up to?
Together on screen again.
No, I'm really not supposed to mention this, but yes, we are doing a little something together.
No.
I'm playing a weathered starship captain from another galaxy, and Helena is my droid companion.
Shocker.
But how does that work?
Isn't that what we were just
I
watching?
spend 7 hours in makeup now.
No, how does Helena play a droid?
Oh, we just pop her on a roller skate.
Wow. Well, Lawrence Blunderclatch and
Oh,
Helena
that was the makeup lady?
Thank you so
Nice.
much for
And she was in that
joining me.
movie and she did
And
the
we're
ads.
going over
That's
to
cool.
Patrick
Oh,
Bannon
because
now.
she's dead now.
Patrick, will we be seeing
I
you
see
in
what
the
they're
movie
talking
anytime
about.
soon?
You, Robin. Fingers crossed. I'm joined here by pop icon. It's Lil C. And her father, country singer and alien worshipper, Billy Bob Jean Short.
Howdy.
So,
Is this supposed to be
Lil
Billy Bob
C,
Thornton?
What's with the bag?
She knows what she's done.
Well, we love this look. Is it one of
Oh,
yours?
it's sad face.
No, it's not. We don't do that anymore.
Yes, of course. You're
That's the algebra guy, isn't it?
bankrupt, didn't it?
Yes, because a certain TV show failed to fulfill their contractual obligations.
Every time we see him, he looks different.
Well, you look great.
Well, that's probably due to her new cosmetics and wellness brand.
Well, I'm not sure that it is.
Let her show you. This is our new eyeshadow palette. She calls this one Glands.
I'm glad to see
Scented.
they're still alive.
Wow, that was a surprise.
And this next one, this is our new lipstick. We call this.
Oh, really, Alex? I didn't catch that.
Oh, wow. Why is it so salty?
It's organic.
Mm.
And this, our next one, this body
Organic
spray.
what?
This is a body mist which rebalances your hormones and actually smells like fertility.
Oh, right. Yeah. Oh, wow.
Oh, it's not
Feel
working.
that?
Yeah. Yeah, that burns. Oh.
All this is part of Lil C's new range, straight from my veins.
Oh, good lord.
Breeze Craglar!
It's made from real lip suits.
So, you're retiring from the music industry. That must be hard.
Well, she's way past her prime, Patrick. It was very hard for her to accept at first, but the industry's very, very sure about these things.
Well, you sure we can't convince you to release just one last album?
We do actually have another album ready, but that's for the label to release in case she dies over the next 10 years or so.
Oh, really?
Well, given the way she's going, you might get it by Christmas.
That's messed up.
Well, we better let you get back.
Now remember, we need the money. So, she's also available for parties, weddings, funerals, and bar mitzvahs.
Thank you.
Oh my
Lil
gosh.
C. That's Lil C there.
Oh, nice. I gotta try that game out some more, Zeus. I haven't played too much of that Dead by Daylight. The little bit that I played was a lot of fun, though. But I didn't have any of the downloadable characters, just kind of the basic that came with it.
How are you?
Yeah, you know, I'm good. I'm great. No thanks to you.
Oh my gosh,
Thanks
this
to me,
thing.
silencing the truth.
Are you referring to your attempt to incite
This thing does
violence
not want me
against
to absorb
elected
any
leaders
of the
this
action
country
going
live
on.
TV?
Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
And instead of being held a visionary, my management and agent, they all dropped me.
Oh no.
You can't break me when you didn't make me, you understand? See, I'm the voice. I'm the hope. You can lock me up, call the doctors, but only the moon can judge me.
So, what have you been up to since your team cut ties with you?
You know, keep building, keep moving. I'm actually working on a track right now.
A hard time with this middle mouse button registering sometimes. I wish they just made it a standard mouse button to drag around. Pressing the middle mouse button, holding it and dragging it isn't always the easiest thing for me.
People at home would love to as well.
Yeah, sure, of course. Give me the mic.
Hey, Shan, what's up, dude? Welcome. How you doing?
The news tried to shut my mouth, but it won't be long until they go south.
Yeah, Zeus, besides the games I've been streaming, I did finally finish Elden Ring. That was really good.
See, no censorship can stop me.
148! That's incredible, man. How close are you to your goal? You're doing great.
With me.
No! Daddy promised this wouldn't happen again. You're supposed to clap and say,
So in
well
this
done,
game,
Julian, well
Zeus,
done.
we're essentially like a news broadcast editor. So I am managing the cameras. This thing over here, I'm managing the signal to make sure it doesn't go out of focus and we don't lose anything. We have to bleep people out when they swear. Make sure the camera's focusing on the right people talking, that kind of thing. And if there's anything bad going on, like nudity or something, we have to avoid that.
Alive parents are currently on the run for massive financial hoarding. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you trying to censor me?
Yeah, he can't answer that. Gotta go.
Oh, Jesus there, who really does seem to be going from strength to
So you don't really have a goal? You just want to look like you go to the gym? You are killing it then, Shan. That is awesome. Keep it up, dude.
Whatever, here. I'm going to see if I can grab a moment with someone rather special. I hope you're not too jealous, Megan. Back to you.
And switch.
Robin, but I think Stacey and I are probably in quite enough trouble with
Have to watch out for her daughter because she will swear.
Yeah, big names. Any thoughts about them, maybe from your generation's perspective?
You won't like my opinions.
Oh, go on, try me.
Well,
Here it comes.
Bumbanonk is so old he's like 1 week away from a transition centre, so who cares? And Lil C was cool when I was like 12 or something, but now she's just another fucking loony. And Jesus is a disrupt-loving wanker who should have died with the rest
So
of them
right
20
here,
years ago.
whenever it shows red, that's the part you have to
You agree
bleep
with
out.
me? No, you're right. I don't like your opinions. But thankfully, we can go back to Patrick now, who has another familiar face to catch up with. Patrick, what's the atmosphere like there?
We're on the
Ah,
edges
Patrick
of our seats,
Bannon.
Megan, except we're standing. I apologise if I get overexcited, but any moment now, we're going to meet with the cast of the hottest new TV show. It's on every Saturday night. Have you guessed it? Yes, it's Big Chris's House of Chris's. And here's the man himself.
No!
Big Chris, hello! It's
Once
good to
this thing
see
goes
you.
on, I can't really absorb anything that's going on.
And are you excited for the automated?
Oh yeah, I mean.
Come on.
All right, 1 sec. Sorry, that's impatient.
It seemed to have stopped. That was pretty quick.
Are the other Chris's here as well?
Yeah, some of them couldn't make it, but some of the boys are here.
Oh, there it goes.
Boss Chris, Quiet Chris, and Remorseful Chris. Oh my.
Sounds like the Seven Dwarves.
Pocket Chris is around here somewhere, but I haven't seen him in ages.
What about Chris Reloaded?
Oh no, he's not. He couldn't make it. But Chris 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Is that Pocket Chris?
Yeah. Oh Jesus Christ, it's Mormon Chris.
Hello.
Hi. Have you seen Cardboard Chris? There he is. All right.
Look, I want normally ask this, but spill the gossip. Is there anyone in the cast you don't get on with?
Well, everyone would think it would be Killer Chris, but he's all right. Yeah, he's really into crosswords.
Like serial killer
Be,
Chris?
Surfer Chris. Oh, bummer, man. Or Disco Chris.
Ow!
Honestly, he's god-awful.
Bit of cheeky celeb insight there.
Oh, shit, I better go, actually. Before Sheriff Chris and Chris Beard fall out again.
How many Chris's are there?
Sorry, I've got to go. Too late, sorry. I'll see you inside,
No,
yeah?
thank you, Big Chris. Amazing. Megan, no,
I thought I saw something about them not being able to finish that game Phantasma, but I didn't see like what actually happened.
I'm sure they'll love the movie.
I don't think that was actually Tom Holland. That'd be funny though.
Varied and talented stars. Megan.
Thanks, Patrick.
Hey, where'd her daughter go?
Colourful interview there.
She's
on
like,
what
I'm
looks
over
like
this.
An amazing night. They certainly know how to make an entrance, I hope.
Oh, I might have
The
missed that, Zeus.
Automated really does seem to have unstoppable written all over it, because despite Boris
Unless it doesn't
Hawke
show up
in
down
Hours
here.
magazine calling it Lawrence Blunderclatch's overly long suicide note, in a review which ends with the words, "and he hasn't even had the decency to see it through," the film, which is free to all residents of the territories, has seen record pre-bookings and looks set to run for months and months. But let's go back to those lucky few seeing it tonight. Oh, I'm so jealous. Robin, you seen anything unusual there?
Actually,
Oh,
earlier
seriously,
on,
I bet there
saw
was a
double
lot there,
rainbow,
Alex.
And now I'm thinking it might have been ominous, because you'll never guess who just stepped out of a gold Flardmobile. It's only High Flood Mistress herself.
Ah, the Flard, which we don't really know what it is yet. No! Quit breaking, Signal.
They're made by Jacques Paradis, you know. We got him to do the whole clergy.
You were one of the richest women in the world, and you chose to give it all up to the church.
The first United Church of Flard. That's right, our church.
What brought on such a miraculous...
As far as editing, I kind of prefer like doing the censoring and changing camera angles versus this thing. I don't mind this in like small spurts, but like we've been doing a lot of this thing lately.
Out of leather, hope, and two of his own teeth. Our past and our future has always been Flard. Blessed be the path to the one true Flard.
So wait, is Flard like a religion now?
I'm surprised to see you out at the movies.
Well, who says religion has to be stuffy? It's right there in the tenets. Tenet 3, be versatile like the humble Flard. Tenet 8, suit yourself to every need like the plucky Flard. Well, tonight our need was to see the new movie that everyone's talking about. And spread the love, of course.
Crikey, it sounds like the sort of religion I might enjoy.
Come and join us, Robin Short.
Uh-oh.
Abandon your autocue. Say sayonara to your script. Come and live on our compound. You're cute. You can be one of our wives if you want.
Oh my gosh, it sounds like a cult.
Wives and husbands. Tenet 2, be flexible like the bendy Flard. Tenet 9, be seductive like the flirty Flard.
Crikey, I think that might be a few too many partners for me.
Tenet 13, be at least 6 to a pack like the competitively priced Flard.
Thank you, that's
What?
inspirational, I think.
Tenet 6, be dazzling like the shiny Flard. Tenet 16, be thought-provoking like Schrodinger's Flard.
Thank you so
Schrodinger's
much,
Flard.
Flard Mistress.
Tenet 10, be incessant like the durable Flard.
I think the film's about to start, so...
Really? Oh, well, in that case, Tenet 15, be punctual like the double wrap Flard with home delivery option.
Weirdo.
High Flard Mistress Sophia Rimmon.
So it's funny, Zeus. They've been advertising Flard as all kinds of things. You never knew what exactly it was. It sounded like a tool or like a material used to build things. Now it sounds like a religion.
Sex cult. Back to you, Megan.
Thanks, Robin. Lucky
Hey, she's
you,
back.
and enjoy the movie. The Automated opens in cinemas across the territories this weekend. What a star-studded event, eh, Stacey?
Who cares? No one goes to the cinema these days.
Of course. We'll be back after these messages.
And commercial.
I still go to the cinema.
You should get yourself a video recorder, like the one at the home.
Yeah, I've got a video recorder. It's just not the same, is
This
it?
is the 80s.
Right.
People were still going to the
No
movies.
unevens, chatting and chewing all the way through.
Oh, what about a kiss and cuddle on the back row? Doesn't that happen anymore?
In public? What's wrong with you?
Nothing's wrong with me.
Feeling better?
Right you are. Got to get set up for heat rash. I think Ronnie's on something. I know he is. It was on his rider.
That's right. She was head of a tech company.
Ronnie's always high. Give him orange juice.
My God, she speaks.
He's a stupid cunt.
And just like that, you wish she wouldn't.
Let's see what this commercial's talking about.
Radiates from every neck.
Oh wait, no, there's more going on here.
It's what now?
Oh,
I think we're gonna have another musical
She's gonna be
break.
interviewing you.
Hello, hi.
This is her. This is Stacey.
Well, hello there, Stacey.
That is true. It is getting pretty close to the 90s now.
Right. No, I'm sorry, but if we can't be polite, you're going to have to wait in the dressing room.
Whatever.
Do you want to go and wait in the dressing room? Hmm?
No.
No what?
No. Thank you.
Okay. And sit up straight.
It's like pulling teeth.
That's 10 seconds, everybody.
No co.
Fucking right, Noko.
What's that? What's no?
Bring in 5, 4, 3.
I think this is the right camera.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
For our final segment tonight, Stacey and I are delighted to be joined by Heat Rash. Their new album, Girls and Why We Love Them All, comes out this weekend. So, let me see if I can get this right. It's Nolan.
I write the songs.
Ronnie.
That's what it says on my tattoo.
Oh, you've got a tattoo of your name on yourself. Okay.
In case he forgets it.
This raconteur, you must be Chinny.
Sup?
Why do they call you Chinny?
It's because of this ugly old thing.
I don't know what you mean.
Oh God, you're so fucking embarrassing.
Dale. Crikey, Dale, you do not look old enough to be in a band.
I get that a lot. I'm actually 23, the oldest one. I have a growth disorder.
Aw.
God, I'm so sorry. I didn't know that.
It's so co-pretty.
It's only messing with you.
He's actually 58.
I mean, it makes me feel old, Alex. I hear the
Right,
new
so you're gonna
slang
be a
kids are talking
handful,
about, and I'm just like,
aren't
this is
you?
weird.
And you must be
Like,
teepee.
what was it, glizzies or hot dogs or something strange like that?
It stands for team player.
I see. How long have you had that, Nick?
This is kind of like a new
Ever
Kids
since
on the
Nolan
Block
decided
sort of
Terry
thing
Prodnos was a shit
at the
member
time.
of a boy band.
No co, Ronnie.
Yeah, no co, Ronnie.
Sorry, what does no-co mean?
It's the opposite of SoCo.
Ah.
Fuck's sake. SoCo.
Yeah.
So cohesive. You pretees say cool.
Right, okay. Thank you, Stacey.
SoCo or no-co?
Not your fault. She's uneven.
So, you guys met through a popular show on one of our rival channels, didn't you?
Yeah, team players with a Z.
So, how did that work then?
Well, actually, Dale and I knew each other from school. We were actually classmates. And
Fuck's sake, Nolan, mate. Give someone else a chance. We all went on team players. We all auditioned.
That's good genes, Michael.
And,
it's better to be
we went to their houses and they just
perceived younger than you are, for
It's an
sure.
example of how a great
Oh, Zeus, thank you so much for the lurk. Have a great night. Thank you again for dropping by. Oh,
So every week
we
on
have
the
to
show,
change cameras.
they get these bands and they give them a song that the producer just found from under the bin somewhere.
Actually,
to
I
perform.
write the songs.
And the public would phone in and decide which song they like best.
Right, and then the losers would be eliminated. Yeah.
Mum.
what's going on?
No co. Pretty. So no co.
The band who get the most approval get to play their song again.
Sure. So what happens to the losers then?
Mum.
What do I keep doing?
True. Well, I mean,
use the L word
you
anymore.
need to have a license or anything anyway, so that works out. Just makes it a little bit more awkward.
That word is a pejorative. It's a word designed to diminish. At Go-Getters, I learned very early that we only win when everybody wins.
Oh, they're part of the
Sorry,
go-getters,
that's,
huh?
That's not real life, is it? That's just sports board, no?
Thought you were SoCo.
Yeah, I am so good.
Nah, you're a shrinker. Can't be friends with shrinkers.
She doesn't know what you're talking about. She doesn't understand.
So I do understand, actually, Stacey.
What's a shrinker?
Well, a shrinker.
What's
is,
a pretty, Mum?
I think it means someone who's older, doesn't it?
Pre-territories.
It's someone who turned 18 before the new future. We call you pretees.
Uneven.
Mimis. Nonks.
It's not her fault she's old. She can't
So
help
much slang. I love it.
I'm trying to help you here.
I don't think I need your help.
See? Total Mimi.
Is that so?
Yes, obviously.
He's like, I'm hip. I'm cool. I know what I'm talking about.
You know what the real problem with you lot is? You just can't get over the fact that your beloved Disrupt are gone and you just don't fit in anymore. But the truth is, Disrupt were violent, no-co pricks being led by a fucking psycho. I'm glad they lost, and you should be too.
Listen, not everyone over 30 supported Disrupt, Stacey.
Not everyone, no, but one fuck-off lot of you did.
SoCo, Stacey. SoCo.
This is really interesting to see like a different point of view from the younger
Maybe
generation.
a little bit more than we expected to there. I'm genuinely delighted to have met Heat Rash. And before we end the show tonight, I think you're going to sing for us, aren't you?
Yes, that's right. We're going to sing a song from Girls and Why We Love Them All called Pieces of My Heart, which is about a real relationship I have with an actual girl.
Oh, Nolan, give it a rest, mate. No one cares. Go on, let's get on these stools, lads.
Right.
I love it. Nobody cares. Just come on.
So, Stacey, can I get your contact?
Oh, she's 15.
Oh, I think I stood in there too long.
Go on, piss off and sing your song, Terry. Christ.
Right you are.
So, here they are with their latest single, Pieces of My Heart. Are you excited, Stacey?
Not for me, no.
Honestly, I'm probably not going to
Only
use
listen to
streamer
the
mode, to be
music.
honest,
And
Phantasma,
it's
if I do play it.
Pop music.
It kind of ruined Life is Strange, too, in a lot of ways. What is going on?
Try and follow along, eh? Keep the shot on whoever is currently singing the lead vocal.
I saw you standing by the man you sent with a brand new pair of Lakers, baby. Do you remember? You took the first of the pieces of my
This is a weird beat to try to keep track of.
wandered into a bush and grabbed a vodka and stank. Took our assets and our wealth and drew them out of the bag. I gave you little pieces.
Unfortunately, it keeps going red, so I can't even like linger long enough to wait for the beat.
Didn't know two hearts.
I guess 2 is pretty safe, though.
Like this girl, it's like you were custom made for me by Remington's fist. I take all of the loves that didn't last and leave them in the uneven.
Yeah, the tempo changes a lot.
Share the new future as my bride. You snatch me inside. There's no need to hide all the times that you cried. As my old man used to say, you blow me away. I just want you to stay. I don't want you.
All the music in this game has been pretty decent, actually.
Me crazier than Neil today. On Liberation Night, girl, I was sitting beside you. We sat there shaking all the way through incisors. We held each other as things fell apart. We took a train through all the territories and we threw away the rules and wrote our personal stories. You took a dozen pieces of my heart. I didn't know the life could ever feel like this.
I mean, there's been a few songs that were purposely really bad, but everything that was much more produced has been pretty catchy, actually.
I take all of the loves that didn't last. I leave them in the uneven past. Share the new future as my bride. Snatch me inside. There's no need to hide all the times you have.
And of course, if you break down the lyrics, it probably has more meaning behind the game.
Blow me away. I just want you to stay. I just want you to play. You make me crazier than Neil. Make me crazier than Neil today.
I'll even talk about Neil. That's cute.
And now I'm staring at your membership card. There's your picture beaming brighter than a handful of flaws. I'm trying to find the pieces of my heart and leave them in the uneven parts. Share the new future as my bride. You snatch me inside. There's no need to hide all the times that you cried. As my old man used to say, you blow me away. I just want you to stay. I just want you to play. You make me crazier than Neo. Crazier than Neo. Crazier than Neo today.
I love that they brought Neil back into it. He's just like a goofy guy from some like sales commercials. Oh, I almost missed them.
Fantastic, thank you, Mika.
Applause.
That was actually really good. Best of luck. Thank you for coming in.
Oh, that's good to hear, Phantasma. It wasn't just awkwardly silent the whole game.
And I've actually asked Stacey to write a few, and they're just being programmed onto the auto cue now. Now, I have no idea what she's going to say.
Oh no.
So, fingers on that bleep button in the broadcast room, just in case. Take it away, Stacey.
My name is Stacey. I guess you know that by now.
Oh no.
Don't know why I put that in there. Anyway. I don't watch the news. There's no need. You hear all the important stuff from your mates, so I don't know what's considered important anymore. But I'm pretty sure that it's not rehashed movies and fucking boy bands, so anyway. I'm going to talk about what's important to me. When Advance were first elected 6 years ago, I was 9 and in a home. Not a family home like you call a home. This was a state children's home. It was fucking awful, actually. It was like a Charles Dickens book.
Oh, I just barely
The
missed
roof
it.
leaked and the walls were damp some mornings. The food was bad. Drugs and alcohol were everywhere. No one cared. You had to watch your back all the time because there weren't enough staff to manage us. And yes, as you'd imagine, there was a lot of... Some bad stuff went down there with some of the staff, okay? Not all of them, but the others knew, and they didn't stop it. And then Advance won the election. And like a miracle, things started to change. They got better. We had nicer food. The home was not just repaired, but redecorated and kitted out with books and sports stuff and musical instruments and video games. Most of the staff were fired, and the new ones, which there were more of, spent time talking and working with the bullies. And you know what? A second miracle. It worked. The bullying stopped. My life, got better. Because finally, there was enough money to do the good things, and Advance had the guts to do it. I joined Go-Getters, and on Liberation Night...
So it seems like not everything Advance did was terrible.
When the bombs went
But-
off and the power went out. Another miracle.
I think their terrible
wasn't
stuff
alone
way
anymore.
outweighs any good
And that
stuff
was
they
the
could
night
have done.
I finally understood the importance of being in a team. So here's my final thought. I know the people who were doing better under the old system long to
Oh
go
my
back.
goodness.
You say, we were freer. But what you mean is,
Frost,
we
how are
were
you
richer.
doing? Welcome,
But
Raiders.
for every
Sorry, we're in the
one
middle of
of
something
you,
right here.
There is 100 of me. And even now, after all you've had taken away, you are
I can't
still
quite pause it,
doing
but thank you
better
so much.
than
I'll give
I
you
am.
more of an
But
introduction in
unlikely
just a
ever will.
moment.
You still have homes of your own and families of your own who love you.
Elegant Frost, thank you
And
so
I'll never
much
have
for the
that.
raid. How are you doing?
So
What
maybe
were you
should stop
playing?
looking for the worst interpretation of everything this amazing government does and realise it's not for you.
Oh, Shadow of War.
the
I've never
millions
played
like
that
me.
one. That's the
And you can
sequel,
cry and
right?
bleat
Number
all you
2.
want, but you're never going to get your money back because it's already been spent on miracles.
Oh gosh. Oh, there's another disrupt thing. What's going on here?
Let's keep making tomorrow better.
Oh, you just started it? Nice. I like the first one a lot. Commercial.
Yes. Yes, that was more than all right.
Nicely done. I think you might have actually given them something to think about.
So I guess you're going to be taking me back to the home now then?
I was thinking we could go out somewhere and, I don't know, have a meal, talk about our options, if that's okay.
Of course, Miss Wolf. Security will be standing by.
Thank you.
So they're always there then?
There was a thing a few years ago now.
Oh, with that Jeremy bloke? I heard about that, everyone did. Were you here back then? Doesn't look old enough.
She's growing on me.
Yeah, she does that.
Oh, okay. I said now she might adopt her. I thought when you said it was her daughter, she had already adopted her, but it was just somebody they had brought in from the home to kind of speak and check things out. So Frost, sorry about that. I was in the middle of that there for a second. So you finished the first one and moved directly to it, and you're liking it much better, although you're dying left and right. That's good news. I actually really enjoyed the first one. So the fact that you're liking it better makes me want to play it more. And did our censor station get an upgrade? Yes and no. So a lot of stuff has happened. And yeah, so by the way, Phantasma, just like, oh, good. Alex gave you kind of a rundown of what's going on. But yeah, just basically corrupt government. We're running the news station. We're kind of like, do we help the government out? Do we try to, show the real news of what's happening? Do we help this terrorist organization that's trying to fight this tyrannical government? It's crazy. But yeah, we've had some upgrades and some downgrades, I'd say, Frost. We got attacked and yeah, all kinds of things have been happening. A little bit like Papers, Please? Probably. I haven't played that game, but I've heard it's really good. I did not do very good that broadcast at all. Ouch. A D. I think that's my worst overall grade so far. What happened here again? That's what really killed me. I couldn't quite get it all the way up. Although, I mean, that doesn't look too bad, but yeah, I had one really big thing here. Do I have to play that one too? It's definitely on my list. I do have it on Steam. Let's see. We have a slight dock to pay, so now our current wealth is still not quite breaking even, so we're not doing too good. Yeah, we did not get our full wages because I didn't do very good on that one. Ouch. Okay, so I'm trying to think, do we have time to do that? I think we do. So let's do the rushes real quick. I'm going to try to get to just the important bits
And
real
this is
fast.
Jenny. She's the floor manager.
Hi, Stacey.
We can see the behind the scenes stuff.
That's Colin. He, do you know, I just don't talk to Colin.
Oops.
Not getting involved and bring your daughter to work, Colin?
Nah, we don't believe in it.
All right, come and sit next to Mum.
Believe in what?
Just days.
Atta girl.
10 seconds,
She stopped the makeup artist. I like that.
Monday's a myth.
That explains so much. Okay, we are going in 5, 4.
Okay, so we saw that part. Go to the team awards. There was a lot here. I think I'm going to have to skip the broadcast because there's no way I would get all that if we basically replayed the whole chapter, essentially. Now, if we have time at the end of the stream, depending on how much I misrepresent it, but I mean, I get most of the gist of it. There's certain sections I miss a bit of, but I get like the big points they're trying to point or give out, you know?
We absolutely love hearing the way our neighbours and team members have been able to become better people. So do let us know your stories here.
I always mute a couple of these because otherwise there's like too much reverb.
Come on, give it a try.
Let us know your stories here at the NNN.
Wait, some of this is new. Okay. Because they're watching a commercial.
Stories here at the NNN.
NNN. I will have to try my best, Alex. Hopefully I don't have to mess with a stupid slider the whole time. Oh, let's mute that one. There we go.
Everything all right here? Okay, Stacey? Can I get you a glass of water? Or... Good luck.
Kill me.
Oh, sorry, I forgot my murdering kit today.
Pity.
Do you want me to leave?
No, Stacey, I just want you to try.
Coming back from the titles, quiet in the studio.
First up tonight on the NNN, it's time to celebrate this week's team lottery winners.
Okay, so once they go to the awards show, we definitely want to hear what they were
Good evening,
doing.
everybody, and welcome to this week's Team Awards.
We got to see all this, so we could just watch
Of all the
this.
many duties I have as team leader, this is by far the
Oops,
most
I got the wrong thing shown.
Shut up, please. To that right now.
There we go.
Good evening, everybody.
Ah, teenagers.
Get an opinion.
I want to hear her. Can you shut up, please?
Stacey, if we could just
No, no,
reduce
no,
the word
shh,
we've got to shut up so that Stacey can...
Including you, Mum.
See, she's really into all the propaganda stuff because she grew up with it, you know? She doesn't know any better. Now, it's funny. They have to, like, stick around here. Like, they can't just get up and go do something else while they wait for this thing to end because who knows what's going to happen. Like, this thing could, like, end abruptly. Be another terrorist attack, whatever. But, like, you know, just thinking of news people in general, they got to kind of mostly stay where they need to be just in case it cuts to them early. Yeah, she definitely admires the prime minister. That makes sense. Let's fast forward a little bit. They're not... Oh, back a little bit. She's trying to do make him immediately ran away. That'd be interesting to be told to, like, okay, now sit here and pretend like you're watching something for 5 minutes. Is it not just water? Why can't they drink that? And they're finally giving out awards. I'm going to wait for them to do something more substantial there because I'm just missing like little bits. They're just kind of like, okay, here it comes. All right, there we go. There we go.
For fuck's sake.
Oh, you don't approve.
It's fucking disgusting. I hope she gets sent to Betterment.
Well, people don't have a right to protest.
I wouldn't expect you to understand.
Well, try me. You know, maybe I'm not such an old fuddy-duddy like you think I am.
Fuddy-duddy. Fucking says it all.
Well, what would you call me then? Oh, actually, don't answer that. Let's just see how this plays out.
My guess is, yeah, hopefully they've recorded the stuff before so they had something to react to. That would help so much. Oh my gosh, another raid. What is going on here? Perfect timing. I'm not in the middle of moving some stuff on screen. Let them get through all of the advertisements. Bam. And combat cake roll. Welcome, Raiders, to John Cadia. How was your... Why can I hear myself? I hit the wrong button. I meant to hit that button. Welcome, Raiders, to John Cadia. How are you doing, Cake Roll? How was your stream? What were you playing today? You're doing some team fight tactics. What is that? I have not heard of that game before. It sounds like some kind of... what do you call it? Like a turn-based... like a tactical RPG kind of game, thinking of like Final Fantasy Tactics or something like that. But what is that game exactly? Was it like a multiplayer game maybe? Or something you do like specific for stream? How's it going? I don't know what happened, Michael. Everybody wants to see this weird FMV game. This is a really cool game. We're actually like a news editor for like a broadcast station. And we have to kind of control the news in a way where we get to change camera angles, bleep out bad stuff that happens. Censorship, essentially. Oh, interesting. So League of Legends, which is much more action-packed, but mixed with chess. That's pretty neat. Oh, did I miss some reactions? It's going to happen at this point, Alex. But they haven't really been saying much besides, oh my god, what's going on? When they killed that, or tased that woman. That's cool, though. Are you liking it? Would you recommend that game, Cake Roll? Okay, let's fast forward a little bit. See if we can get them talking a bit more. There we go. Yeah, right now I'm trying to go through some of the...
See your type. Don't even. Or you can drop me back to the home right fucking now.
I'll have the car running by the end of the show.
We're watching the behind-the-scenes footage of stuff we didn't get to see earlier.
You lot never stick around long.
I wonder why.
This is actually a really long sequence. Oh, that's good to hear, Cake Roll. Nice. Was this your first stream playing it?
Building.
Back to you, Megan.
Okay, now it's back to this. So now we should mute this and play their stuff.
I understand you.
See what's going on here.
We're very alike.
The kid's creepy.
If only Peter Clement had some more of my qualities and less of his own, eh?
I am nothing like you, Edwin. You clearly haven't understood a thing.
Prime Minister?
You shouldn't be interning at Betterment. You should be being enrolled. Peter Clement was my best friend, and I wouldn't have changed one thing about him. Now piss off to your mother.
Whoa, that's gonna rock that kid's world.
Mother?
Oh, 2 sugars, please, love.
He still wants his coffee from her. I love that.
Oh, like everything's spiraling out of control.
Oh, we're on commercial break. Let me rewind a little bit.
If you could get through one break, we'll be going live to a star-studded premiere. You won't believe.
There we go.
On the red carpet tonight. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Oh, I see. That makes sense, Alex. That's why she was saying, like, you'll just do it like the other ones, right?
Tiny room all by themselves is a person called Alex Winston. Now, I would really appreciate it if you could get through one sentence tonight without making them reach for the bleep button every time you do. Do you think we could try that?
Alex and Winston can go fuck themselves.
Is it just me, or did that segment remind you of the good old days?
Oh, like everything's spiraling out of control.
The good old days of violence and death in this game.
Disaster.
Yeah, that. It's just like having him back in the chair.
Oh, and it's going really good, Cake Roll. We're just about to wrap up this game. We got one more chapter in the epilogue. This game is wild. If you like F&V games, I highly recommend you check this one out.
Oh, right. So she can swear.
Okay, we got a few more here. This is like the longest chapter so far, I think. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get through all these. But the award sequence was probably one of the longer ones as well.
So, Patrick and Robin are just going to grab who they can, and then you've got these generic links on the auto cue to glue it all together.
They do know I have a Queen's View degree in journalism.
Bet you wish you'd studied something useful.
This will be the first game I've picked Phantasma in like 3 or 4 months.
Where is our
I forget the last game that I picked.
Sniffing around that boy band. Hot.
It's been awesome. You guys have such good requests. I also have a backlog.
Oh, God, they're running out of names, aren't they?
I hear the computer comes up with them, the songs too. Ah, there she is, and just in time too. That's 10 seconds, everybody.
What have you been up to?
What's it to you?
And we are going in 5.
I know, it's dangerous.
3.
It's dangerous, Phantasma. There's more people ready to go.
Welcome back.
So was this one the... Oh, yeah, I remember. They go back to watching those people walk by, which I couldn't pay a whole lot of attention to just because there was a lot of interference going on there.
Your face, Chief Harrison.
Oh, that was the terrible video. That's right.
Don't know, try and find something nice to say about this one.
So you want me to lie?
No, I just want you to find a palatable truth. There's a difference.
I love how bad that video was.
OB with Wonder Cunt. Stand by, everybody.
Wonder. What? Okay, once they go to the shorts. Wait. Oh, is that the end of it? Okay.
I absolutely hate
Here we go. This is when I can see
They're all
more.
just so full of
bullshit, darling. They love you.
Mr. Blunderclatch, can I just grab you for a quick word with the internet?
And Elmarian, how is it going, Elmarian? Be sure you speak English because I cannot translate.
Well,
That's
Megan,
right.
I'm
I remember
joined
because
by
I missed
not
that part,
one,
but she did say
both
something
of the
nice. She said like the
stars,
robots
Lawrence
were cool or
and
something like
Helena
that.
Canterbury Bochu. Thank you so much.
No, thank you.
So there's actually no other signals to listen to here. I thought at some point they were still doing stuff. No, that was the end of that one.
They'll see. Hi, oh, over here. Yeah, it's NNM. Wow, that's quite the statement piece. Did you bring your own lunch?
Nice with the bag on the head. That's cute.
Ooh, okay. Right. Thank you, Robin. Fingers crossed. I'm joined
That's interesting. Why can't we see the other cameras? Usually we would have seen them pass the feed to them, you know? That's a Studio Link 1. I'm not sure what that means.
Oh, Jesus, have you got anything to say to the NNN?
Yeah. I've got a few things to say actually.
Oh gosh.
Firstly, does Alex Winston still work there?
Oh.
And secondly, you're Robin.
They're trying to talk to us.
It absolutely is, Patrick. Jesus, how are you?
Yeah, you know, I'm good. I'm great. No thanks to you, silencing me, silencing the truth.
Are you referring to your attempt to incite violence against the democratically elected leaders of this country on live TV?
Yeah, exactly. And
They were trying to talk to us. But then the interview started and we saw that.
If you're not too jealous, Megan, back to you. Yeah, I quite enjoyed that actually. Julian was the captain of the chess club at St. Barry's. Always hated him for that.
Are you just trying to tell me this is probably the important one, Alex?
You okay? It's just fucking stupid. How am I supposed to talk about something I haven't even seen?
Oh, come on, you know what they'll say. It's just the usual shit, isn't it? Amazing night, groundbreaking film, wonderful to be here. Oh, you like my outfit? Oh, thank you so much. It was designed by Free Pumpkin Nuts from Territory 2. Sorry,
What?
Once, pumpkin nuts is not a swear word, thank you.
I want a pair of heels by Frou Frou Pumpkin Nuts.
Oh no, so you think you do, but actually it's his cousin that designs shoes better.
And what's his name? Eli Watercup?
No, her name is Phoebe Randy.
Coming back now, quiet in the studio.
Oh, they're having fun.
Thanks,
That's cute.
Robin. But I think Stacey and I are probably in quite enough trouble where we are. So, 3 big names there, Stacey.
Yeah, big names.
Any thoughts about them, maybe from your generation's perspective?
You won't like my opinions.
Oh, go on, try me.
Well, Bumbanonk is so old he's like 1 week away from a transition.
Okay, we saw that part.
You look just so...
We missed part of this end.
We can go back to Patrick now, who has another familiar face to catch
He is
up
not
with.
happy.
Oh, Patrick, what's the atmosphere like there? That really was not appropriate, and you know it. We could get sued for libel. You could get sued for libel.
Yeah, it was funny.
It was
though.
not funny. It was crass and it was cruel, and it makes you look just so...
Oh, don't be a bloody hypocrite. Randy
That is when the cameras are not rolling. There is a difference between who we are, this side of the camera, and then who we show the rest of the world.
So you're fake? That's what you're saying?
Everybody's a little bit fake,
I'm
Stacey.
fucking not.
Stacey.
Except on the news, that's all it is fake.
Fuck's sake, come back here.
Too Chris, too furious?
No, top 3 would have to be Malibu Chris, Jurassic Chris, and Chris in Boots. I don't think there's even a conversation to be had here.
Fake John. No, what you see is what you get,
We
unfortunately.
are on the edges of our seats, Megan, except we're standing. I apologise if I get overexcited.
Okay, we saw that part. It seems like when they don't have the stuff in the studio,
What a pleasure to meet with such varied
there's not a
and
whole lot of
talented
behind the scenes
stars.
footage, just a little bit here and there.
Megan,
Like right here. This will be new.
honestly, I don't know where they find them. I don't know why, and I don't know how they all fit in the back of the Christmobile, but my God, that is good television.
They all fit in one car? Here we go. Studio Link 2.
I thought we were getting somewhere. You were. Teenagers just use their parents as punching bags, didn't you? I don't know. My parents were always at work. I definitely punched David a few times, though. You're doing better than me. She literally hasn't said a full word to me since she arrived. 10 seconds, everybody. I bet you're an annoyingly perfect teenager. Yeah, I think maybe I was. Going in 5.
She seems
4.
disappointed by that
Wait,
fact.
3.
I like that.
Thanks, Patrick.
Yeah, I was wondering where she was during this.
Oh, I'm so jealous. Robin, you seen anything unusual there?
And then cut out.
Jenny? Has anyone seen Jenny?
Dressing rooms.
Dressing rooms. Right.
We should be getting the signal from Megan anyway.
Oh, not her again.
Blessed be the Flard.
Okay. Standing by. Okay. Actually, earlier on, I saw a...
I could probably skip these ones all together, honestly, because they only have little bits of info, a little bit extra.
Back to you, Megan. Mistress Sophia Remington there, concluding what has been a star-studded red carpet event for this long-awaited movie. I'm off to see it now, and then I think I might join what could be a sex cult. Back to you, Megan.
It absolutely is.
Okay, let's get all this packed up and then let's get in the auditorium. I didn't just come here to schmooze with the glitterati, you know. I came here to soak in every second of this film. Then I'm going to call my sister and completely ruin it for her.
Oh, rude.
Perfect husband with the nose.
How rude. Don't ruin movies for people.
Thank you.
I mean, that's so ballsy to have a bring your
okay?
kids to work day and bring in a kid you don't even know that you might
Hello?
adopt.
Are you?
10 seconds. I'm sorry for how...
Fuck off, are you?
Going in 5, 4, 3. Thanks, Robin. Lucky you, and enjoy the movie.
Oh, whenever she pops up, you know they're not on the air.
In public.
What video recorders? These messages.
There we go.
I still go to the cinema.
Oh, wait. I think we saw this because we were at a commercial break. Okay. Never mind. And the last one. Then we're starting the last chapter. They have moments, but they're very few and far between. Yeah, there's a couple times playing this game I can hear my computer really like spin up when it's like processing a lot, which surprised me.
Oh, don't worry. It's Soko.
It's what now?
It's...
Oh, here's Megan. She's going to be interviewing you.
Hello.
Hi. This is her...
I love how nobody
This
but the
is
kids
Stacey.
understand him. I love it.
Well, hello there, Stacey.
Fuck off, Ronnie.
Right. No, I'm sorry, but if we can't be polite, you're going to have to wait in the dressing room.
Whatever.
Do you want to go and wait in the dressing room? Hmm?
No.
It almost sounded like she
No,
knew
what?
one of them. Okay, so then they get started. And this, we pretty much stuck on everything except for maybe during the musical performance, but I feel like all 4 cameras were focused on that, so there might be not too much extra here.
Oh, she's 15. Go on, piss off and sing your song, Terry. Christ.
Right you are.
So, here they are with their latest single, Pieces of My Heart. Are you excited, Stacey?
Not for me, no. I only listen to blip music and a bit of jizzcore. Pop music is dog shit.
Jizzcore?
Okay, here they are. It's Heat Rash.
Yeah, see, I feel like all of this is just going to be musical. We'll see if there's anything at the end, though. The song doesn't quite hit the same at 16 times speed. There's some music, if you speed it up just a little bit, or slow it down just a little bit, it's actually pretty good.
And in the broadcast room, just in case. Take it away, Stacey.
My name is Stacey.
Oh yeah, this is when she does her speech. Remember that. It's actually a really good speech. It sounds very inappropriate, doesn't it? And I can't imagine what that has to do with music.
And we're out.
There we go.
Is that all right?
Yes. Yes, that was more than all right.
Nicely done. I think you might have actually given them something to think about.
Oh, I think we heard this part too.
So I guess you're going to be taking me back to the home now then?
I was thinking we could go out somewhere and, I don't know, have a meal, talk about our options, if that's okay.
Of course, Miss Wolf. Security will be standing by.
Thank you.
So they're always there then?
There was a thing.
Yeah, see, she was also thinking they're going to take me back because it
did
looked like
Jeremy
security
go?
was waiting for her.
I heard about that. Everyone did.
Yeah, we heard that part. Well, that's a good sign, though. I like that. That's cute. Okay, so we're going to jump into the next one, and we'll save commercials and stuff for the end if we have some extra time. I don't imagine we will. Did they change these loading screens, or is that always the same? I know I've noticed it this chapter, but I'm not sure if they changed those characters in between. Oh, 1 month, 2 month, 3 months, 4 months. And umpets come. You once again find yourself sitting inside Bozeman's office. Everything is pristine and orderly, just how the fastidious man likes it. Though it's rare for him to be late, the door opens behind you, just as you start to imagine the reasons why. Winston, you're already here. Good. They do change, okay. Well, I'll keep this brief. We both know your dedication to this role is somewhat lacking. You've been here almost 6 years, and in that time, he checks some notes on his desk. Doesn't seem like a great start. You have problems following simple, clear instructions. A prime example of this is that you played that disrupt propaganda tape a few years back. Are we still feeling the consequences of that today? He frowns and shakes his head. Well, you knew there was probably, that one would probably keep coming back to bite you. Your involvement, whether or not it could be proved, in the disrupt attack has not been overlooked. That night cost Channel 1 significantly, financially and to our reputation. You better believe if I had a shred of evidence, well, we'd certainly not be talking right now. You gulp. Your general attitude leaves much to be desired, never willing to go above and beyond for the role, to work the extra hours when required, refusal to attend corporate events and functions. That's not true, we did attend a couple events. These things are all noticed, you know. Is he ever going to let that go? I think I've missed 1 or 2, but they've had like 3 or 4, I think. Look, Winston, I'm going to be blunt. I don't like you, and if I had my way, you'd have been out the door long ago. But we're under public ownership, and it's much harder to get rid of you without official grievance. So far, you've managed to skate just under the line. But I want you to know I'm watching you for you to slip up. Now get back to work. Well, at least you know how he really feels. Jeez. Just straight up says, I don't like you. Great, that's an awesome place to work, right? Oh my goodness. Like a whole year later? A foregone conclusion. It's late. It's been snowing all day, and unlike everyone else, you've stayed inside as much as possible, keeping warm. Normally you enjoy the snow, but today it's nothing more than an irritant. Still, tomorrow you've got the day off, might actually be able to enjoy it. Sam always gets excited when they see the snow. When they were younger, they'd always wrap the kids up and take them out to play in it. It's been a while since that's happened though. Well, they're old. Well, one of them's old. The new place still doesn't feel quite as cozy, especially as you can't afford to put the heating on. Oh, geez. Sam bustles in from the cold, carrying some groceries, so they did have to get rid of their house. I could use a helping hand, please. Lots of stairs from here to the car. Their arms are full, and they're clearly struggling to get everything to the kitchen. But then, you have been at work all day, and they've spent most of it at home, as usual. Okay, let's just be nice, of course. Oh, sorry, of course, I'll be right there. As you rush to help them with their bags, Sam shoots you a grateful smile. I got most of it. There's just a couple more left downstairs. You head out, getting most of the way to the lift before you remember it's out of order. When you grab the bags, you realize Sam has picked up everything to make fajitas, your favorite. Clearly it's not all bad. You forgot the weather and the unpaid bills as you cook in your delightfully tiny kitchen, laughing together like you used to. For the first time since moving in, you think, as Sam flicks sour cream across the table at you, you're making happy memories again. Money isn't everything. Oh, absolutely, Michael. Why would you want to stick at a job like that? That's terrible. And Frost, snow. It's cold and wet and gets everywhere. Do you deal with snow a lot, Frost? It's been over 13 years since your dad died. You visited his grave a few times since then, normally during times of stress, or when you're trying to figure something out, or when you just want some peace and quiet. Today is no different. You feel Sam's hand squeeze on your shoulder, giving you a reassuring squeeze. You're grateful that they're still here with you. Just having them by your side always seems to make things easier. The caw of a raven catches your attention as it flies away. Patrick Winston. Charlie was only 8 when his grandfather died. He didn't really appreciate how big the loss was at the time, but as he got older, you did your best to pass on what your dad taught you. But now he's all grown up. He's actually started to teach you, which is strange, but in the nicest way. Oh, is that a Star Wars joke? Oh, were they talking about sand in that one, Frost? Susie. Poor Susie. What you wouldn't give to have her back, even just to argue with you. She just wanted to explore the world, so curious, so full of life. Until Liberation Night. Everything changed then. So many lives destroyed. Yeah, she was only 13 years old. Your relationship with Chris has always been a bit up and down, but of late, you actually seem to be getting along. It makes a nice change, and certainly has made life easier with Sam. But that's family. You got to take the good with the bad. It's a little ominous, Phantasma. She may be in an albeit expensive care home now, but it's still comforting to know your mother is around. Oh, that's good. Our mom's still alive. Even if she barely recognizes you anymore, her presence is always reassuring. You could do with that now. You turn away and wander in the direction of the car. You can't control life, what happens, who lives, and who dies. All you can do is keep going and see what gets thrown at you next. What is life, if not a series of little decisions that define us? And we'll never know which ones would take us one way and which would bring us here. Oh, I didn't know! Sorry, gosh, dang it. The coincidence, Phantasma, is mind-blowing. I'm sorry. I will now forever, if there's ever a situation like that, absolutely censor that. I didn't know. I know, sorry. Oh. Are you, the finale, day 2602. How many years is that? 7 years since the election. I was probably about that. I know, Phantasma, but it also was awkward.
As little pain as possible, Winston? I know Advance have allowed the studio to fall into disrepair. It's all gone wrong since they took over. Not that the alternative would be better. we'd have been stuck with something like those dangerous psychopaths at Disrupt. But the show must go on. One more time, anyway. Quick point before you start. We've had a few problems with the machinery lately.
Uh-oh.
Locked buttons, screens flickering on and off, sparks and the like. Try not to make things any worse. Oh, and don't forget, you've got free reign of the SFX buttons these days. Make sure to use them whenever I would deem appropriate.
Okay.
I can press them whenever I want?
How old are you then, Cole?
Okay, here we go. Big smiles.
I've actually gained a year. I celebrated 44 last year, but it's actually this year.
Just a little coincidence, Alex. Oh, the cameras go out. I see. That's a beautiful name, Phantasma.
Good evening and welcome
Spice it up with some audience responses, Alex.
tonight. I'm Megan and I'm joined as always by the inimitable Robin and Patrick.
Just randomly have him pop up there.
So much going on tonight. I'm excited.
I'd say I'm about a 12, Megan.
On the excitement scale.
Yeah, exactly. We have got so much Soko stuff coming up.
We sure do. We have.
Who's that? That's not the other... That's not Patrick, is it?
We'll be announcing the winners of our big competition, Visions of the Future.
And we'll be joined by a very special guest for a game of Wheel of Truth. And I'll even be showing you how to make your own Leaders' Day gift. We've got all of that and so much more tonight on The Nightly Show.
With SFX, less is more, Alex.
Oh, let's focus on this right
We have
here.
grieved our loss, and we have hardened our hearts.
He's still alive.
We have lived with death, and we no longer fear it. There is no price too great for liberty. I can be silenced, but your thoughts cannot. And each day, just like before, we gain hearts and minds. Because the truth is like that. Irresistible. We're back. And we're only getting started.
Right, let's have some applause on the way into the next section.
Paces by Chef Jordan Rankley. But first, we know you love them, so Robin's going to give us an update on our lovely Nightly Show pets in Pet Corner.
Splendid, that's the ticket.
Well,
Gosh, the
Megan,
things are just
first
breaking
up,
all over the
we have
place.
Our hamster Lord Cheeks.
Why do you
Now, he's
dislike
a
your name,
fat
Scout?
winter grey
Oh, God.
With the scientific name Adipem.
This game's really hard to chat and
and
play
he
at the
lives
same
here
time.
with us in this cage. Hamsters love hoarding, and they actually have special pouches in their cheeks for storing food. He loves carrots, apples.
It's so
and
fake.
filling
I love it.
potatoes.
That actually
Now,
is Patrick. Oh, that's
hamsters
cool.
are nocturnal, so we'll do our best not to wake him up. But let's just see if we can. Well, the door has been left open. It looks as though Lord Cheeks has actually gone for a little wander. But I'm sure he will be around here somewhere. In the meantime, let's say hello to our tortoise. Now, after last month's viewer vote, she is now, of course,
Goes that
called
camera.
Slow Barbara. And don't panic, even though it is December, Babs here doesn't actually hibernate. Let's say hello. Oh, she's sleeping. Oh, Babs. Oh.
Do you go by like a nickname or anything, Scout?
Those are our Nightly Show pets, Megan, both alive and well. Back to you.
Are you taking the piss now?
We'll check in on them, or some very similar.
Yeah, I think that turtle's dead.
Time tomorrow. Now then, I hope you're hungry, because if not, you're about to be. Patrick Bannon is with Chef Jordan Rankley, and they're going to be showing us how to knock up a delicious
Oh yeah, she just dumped him.
apple pie.
Oh no.
Time to go into the kitchen.
Don't forget the SFX buttons.
That's right, and I'm joined here by Chef Jordan Rankley. Welcome to the Nightly Show kitchen. How does it compare to the kitchens you're used to?
I love the colours. It's vibrant. It's fresh. It's fun about all the arseholes. Yes?
Sorry?
What?
I've been pretty lucky. I haven't had much
You own 6 restaurants.
cameras going out that I'm
You've
actually
awarded
using.
9 Ballon Massifs across your career, and you've worked alongside the best chefs in the world. Tonight you've got me. Oh, are you worried?
Am I fucking worried? Are you worried? Are you fucking worried?
Yes. So, what are we making today?
Oh, is
Chef?
that a Gordon Ramsay
So
thing?
we've got a family
Nice.
over for Leaders' Day. They're hungry. We're going to make them a delicious apple pie.
Ooh, lovely.
It's got sweetness. It's got the acidity of the fruit, and then you get the richness of that pastry. Incredible.
Wow, okay, so where do we start?
So we've got to start by making our filling. So we've got about 1 kilogram of fresh cooking apples here. Fucking beautiful. And we're going to slice these up perfectly. then straight into the pan.
I'm gonna laugh every time they swear.
So, your new show,
Oh, there goes
Demon
that.
Kitchen Heart Eater, starts on Friday here on Channel 1. So, tell us about that.
So, teams of young chefs come into my kitchen, and one by one I destroy them emotionally. And if there's time, I teach them some basic knife skills. Fuck me, Patrick. What are you doing?
What?
Shit. Is that how you cut? Fuck, you'll lose a fucking finger.
Oh, don't worry, I've got spares. Right, so once we've done
Got
that,
spares?
we,
What?
set it aside whilst we make the pastry. Yeah.
Yep. Boom. Yeah? Okay. Sugar, butter.
Yep.
We mix that together, and then a whole egg.
Yeah. Okay. Egg.
God, that'd be so
What
stressful.
are you doing, you fucking donkey? Are your brains the size of that fucking egg?
Oh, no, chef.
No. Shit. Right. Mix that with a wooden spoon and work in that flour, okay? Work that into a nice ball of dough, just like that.
So, what does the notoriously fierce Jordan Rankley do to unwind?
Shit the bed.
Yeah.
What's that? What is that?
It's a bit lumpy.
Lumpy? It could fucking pass for a sack of spuds. Touch that. Touch
They've
it.
only been mixing it for a few seconds.
Pathetic. That goes into chill. Now, we're mixing our filling.
Okay.
Apples, sugar, yes, cinnamon.
Do you guys watch Gordon Ramsay?
Well, you own 6 restaurants across 5 territories. Which is your favourite?
Are you mixing that or fucking it?
What?
Are you going to light a candle? Take it out to dinner? Fucking mix it for fuck's sake. Right, now we're rolling out 2/3 of our pastry. God.
Oh my gosh.
Into the dish.
And the filling goes next, right?
Oh God, no.
Right.
Oh, time to focus on this.
Do you remember how it feels to be informed? To feel connected to what has happened in the world? Do you remember Jeremy Donaldson? Because I do.
I remember Jeremy.
I remember how he died. And now I watch this excuse of a program and I realize he was 100% right. Disrupt's first martyr died protecting this show. If you could see it now, you'd wonder why he bothered.
And then brushing the whole thing.
What's going on? Oh, it was off a little bit. Man, I think I accidentally moved it. Like,
Ta-da! What do you think?
Oh my God. You, come here, you. That's a disgrace. I'd rather jam my eyeballs up my fucking arse than look at that.
now you don't have to censor them, but I think it like hurts your money if I remember correctly. So it's not like helping the cause or anything censoring swear words. I don't censor the like political stuff. I like that to be out there.
You, come here, you. You're the worst fucking thing to happen to foods that's cyanide. Do you know that? I tell you what. Fuck off! Get the fuck out of here! Fuck off!
Okay, well, while I do that, let's go now to Megan and Robin, who will be announcing the winners of our competition. Visions of the Future.
I think you might be using those sound effects a little too much there.
Aw.
Well, that looks delicious.
That's a bummer.
If you want to follow along at home, then make sure you write in with a stamped addressed envelope and we'll send you the
But they wanted us to use it a lot.
Robin, look at all these amazing entries to the Vision of the Future competition.
Yes, we challenged you to show us your predictions of the future, and we were just inundated with entries, weren't we, Megan? From wacky inventions to global problem solving, they are all amazing, and we had the best time looking through each one.
It was so tough narrowing it all down, so we have some amazing runners-up. In 3rd place, drumroll please, we have Hamish, who's 3 from Lunwelly.
Amazing.
He calls this still life and the future of God, and it really blew us away. Just look at the line work here, and I can really feel every passionate stroke of the brush.
If you look here, you'll see a beautifully rendered, what I thought at first was a smiley face, or perhaps a cat, but I think
Looks
if
kinda
you really
terrifying.
look, you'll see it's actually a representation of the seeming futility of death through the eyes of the living.
Oh yeah, we didn't have any of the upfront stories. That's right, Alex.
You know Hamish and his work.
Good call.
Of course, he loves focusing on the negative space rather than the image itself.
stunning, absolutely stunning, and such talent from one so young, Megan. But next up we have our second place entry. So in second, drum roll please, we have Keith, 41 from Dungley.
What the hell?
Yeah, Keith,
That's
we
pretty
were
impressive.
Sort of aiming this towards our younger viewers, but still, he has sent in his idea of the future, which he's calling Ravaged Earth.
Indeed, he says in his really rather detailed notes.
I wish I could see what that says.
Deprived of basic resources, society will resort to a brutal system of weekly battles to the death, where only the victor may breed. He also says at the bottom here, either that or about the same, but maybe a bit worse.
I really love his attention to detail. You can see the sort of gladiatorial arena.
I love it.
And then what
Battle
I'm
Royale.
Is Keith himself pulling off this chap's head and shouting, "Come back to me, Linda!" Oh, Keith. Maybe if you spent more time outdoors and less time entering children's competitions, she might not have left.
Ouch.
And finally, of course, it's time to reveal our winner. All our runners-up will receive a day out at an inflatable Happy Land on an industrial estate just off the A40. Sorry about that, Keith. But our lucky winner will win the chance.
What, like a
to spend
bounce
the day at the
castle?
Department of Change
Is that what
to
it
see
is?
how our teammates are actually making the new future a reality every day. And the winner is, drum roll please.
Oh no. Oh, time to switch.
I spent my whole life searching for truths. Sometimes I found them. Other times I've not been so lucky. I used to rant about belief juice, a drug in the water. And I was wrong. I admit that. It's not in the water. It's right here. In this screen. In this show. This is your belief juice. You drink it nightly. Through your eyes, and it makes you stupid and asleep.
It's getting involved in the party.
Belief
Aren't they? This one
juice.
seems to have gone a bit haywire in what I can only assume is an ominous sign.
Oh, that happened again. That keeps happening. I think I settle on the wrong thing, even though it looks like it's set up.
Of your own. Do keep
Lame.
sending them in, and yours could be displayed in our gallery here. Well,
So it looks like they converge, but they don't quite converge. They're like a little bit off.
But when we come back, we'll be
And then I
playing the Wheel of
synced them to the
Truth
wrong one.
and making some lovely homemade gifts. Don't go away. We'll be back after this.
Commercial.
I don't know what you did, but it's definitely made things worse down there, Winston. Probably going to be more trouble for you in this
Excellent.
segment. But what do I care? I'm done anyway. Handed in my notice this morning. The moment the show finishes, I'll be out the door. So you may as well just do what you want, as usual.
I love it. Even our boss is like, I'm over this.
Fertility. Dwarfed, however, by a massive 9% fertility rate here in Territory 2.
What the
who
hell?
saw an unbelievable 191 births today.
The
A nasty cold
it looks like a
snap brings
weather
bitter winds
station, but they're talking
overnight.
about having
so not
babies.
all sunshine and rainbows.
Mike Wazowski.
No rainbows in sight over Territories 3 and 4, as a Category 2 storm warning means we advise our residents to spend their leaders' weekend indoors. Though we're sure the happy parents of the 12 new children in Territory 3 will be thanking their lucky stars for an excuse to stay home. Though, of course, nothing to do with stars, more of a hot air, cold air thing. Next, this front of warm smiles heads
warm
across Territory
smiles.
5, who are still under a
This
ban
looks like the
of
real
snow.
news, doesn't it?
Surely there'll be celebratory snowmen there tonight, as they also hit an impressive fertility peak of...
Can you ask them to keep it down a bit?
Jenny,
Switch back over here.
can we get him out here? I'm not sure about this grandma one.
Oh, he's writing with our other guests at the moment.
I just wouldn't say grandma.
Grandmother?
Yes, grandmother's arsehole. That's much better.
Oh, okay, everyone, if I could have your attention, please. Sarah just
I love it. He's working on his
Apparently
swear
there's been
words.
some sort of disturbance
So
in the
authentic, huh?
studio. Now, I'm sure it's nothing to worry about, but I wanted to let you know that I've asked for extra security, and they're already on their way.
Thanks, Sarah. Okay, 10 seconds
Hmm.
for positions and pose.
Okay, what's going to be the main one for?
Laughing, and we're going in 5, 4, 3.
3.
A bit more audience reaction would be nice, Alex.
We were just saying we can't wait to taste Patrick's pie.
I don't know, I think I could wait.
Well, here it is, fresh out the oven.
Oh, well, it does look amazing. Jordan, how did our Patrick do?
Well, let's just say that pie's got more crust than my grandmother's arsehole.
Well, thank you for that. Well, come on, try it. Dig in. Yeah. Okay. Whew.
Oh my god. Oh lord. Oh, that's really something, Patrick. Delicious.
Looks like it's
Now you better go and
disgusting.
Get ready for that next feature. Every night we play a game of Wheel of Truth with our celebrity guests. But I know what you're thinking. Megan, we've only got one celeb guest. Well observed, viewers, well observed. Well then, I better bring her out. Should I? The surprise guest? What do you think? Here she is, best-selling author, lawyer and thinker. I mean, she's only the bloomin' team leader. It's Julia Salisbury.
Oh, we haven't seen her in a while.
Oh, welcome, Julia. Oh, so good to see you.
Oh, Megan, you look incredible.
Stop it. I was just about to say the same thing. Now, don't get too comfortable. It's time to head over to Robin and Patrick as we play Wheel of Truth.
Oh man, I lost like the main camera. There we go.
That's right, it's that part of the show where we pit our celebs against each other to see if we can break them.
That's right, Robin. They're gonna spin the wheel to pick a round, and it could be anything from box of flies to slap my face. They really have no idea what's in store.
So up first we have Jordan.
Oh.
Let's give it a spin.
Yeah, here we go.
Break them, I love it. Although it's like the leader, that might be bad.
You've landed on. Okay, it's fact or fib. Jordan, is it true that you've been known to order takeaway for a dinner party and pass it off as your own cooking?
It's one fucking time. One time. Well, I think if that pie was anything to go by, you did them a favour.
Oh, not so fast there, Julia. Fact or fib? We've heard you've got a very interesting way of saving time during the laundry.
Oh my god!
They're all like prepared questions, so nothing shocking, I bet.
No, I don't. Okay, so don't judge me.
It's early morning as I record this. Maybe you'll see this tonight, or next week, or never. It takes a lot to even get these on the air, and many small acts of rebellion. So don't worry. The fact that you can hear this at all proves it.
I can't woo, No! Honestly, raise my taxes. We're clearly not.
I don't know what happened. Let's just applause.
We're above the show. We'll sort you out.
Are you blushing, Patrick? Is all this talk of bras embarrassing you?
Blushing? I mean, I'm not blushing. Come on,
I love that they kept rolling with their Patrick, you know? That's amazing.
Okay, here we go. Oh, it's Guess That Face. I'm going to show you a picture and you simply have to guess that face. Okay, you ready? Here we go. Julia. Oh, who's that?
Oh my god!
That's her?
Yes! Look, it was a very difficult time fashion-wise.
That hairdo is fucking hilarious.
No, don't. I think it's sweet.
Oops, I missed a swear.
The mullet is as popular now as it's ever been.
Oh, well, don't get too ahead of yourself there. Jordan.
Oh.
Who
Oh.
is this? Does that look familiar at all?
Oh, wow! Well, I'm glad I was getting fashion advice from someone who managed to make 7 look like 85.
Shitty hell. Where did you find that monstrosity? I look like I'm haunting the fucking place.
Right, we've got to move on. Jordan, let's have another spin.
Okay, here we go.
It'd be so weird to be on a show with like a fake audience the whole time. I don't know. It seems so ingenuine.
Okay. Oh,
It's my go,
you go.
Patrick.
Go on. Sorry, I'm so keen. Let's go so much.
Oh, well, you're in for a treat.
Yeah.
It's fat or fish. Okay, if you look under your podiums, you will find a lovely fish smoothie.
Ew.
Now, I'm going to ask you
In the game, it's really funny, but I mean, like if you had like live act in front of like a fake audience like that, that'd be so
the
weird.
smoothie. Okay.
Okay.
Are you ready for the question?
Yes.
Here we go.
Yeah. Which of your esteemed hosts is the more talented one?
Ew.
Oh, we made it extra fishy.
I need my fucking mouth. Do you know how much these taste buds are worth?
Well, we've got time for one more quick spin, so go, Julia, go!
Yeah, it's kind of reminds me of Bean Boozled. Like there's like a dead fish flavor there. It's so bad.
Julia, take a look in that box under your desk there.
Doesn't look too happy.
I think Lord Cheeks is trying to get in on the game. Oh, bless him.
Julia, what have you got in that
Oh, that was the rat that they were missing earlier.
Juggling balls? What am I supposed to do with these?
Well, give it a go for us.
But I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing.
Oh, come on.
Yes, let's all dance to a tune. Dance, puppets, dance.
She's doing it. She's fucking doing it.
She knows what she's doing. Even Bozeman's like, this is complete BS.
Impressive, I have to say, unexpected. Well, gosh, that was our game of Wheel of
Look at that camera.
Oh God, wasn't that fun?
Okay, it really was, wasn't it? But now it's time to head over to Megan in Crafty Corner.
With less effects, less is more, Alex.
That's right, you join me in Crafty Corner, where today I'm going to be ably assisted by Julia. Come on over here. Goodness me, I don't know how you're keeping your dinner down. I can still smell that fish.
Well, to be honest, I've had worse. I used to eat at Peter Clement's house.
Oh, well, I hope you've got your artsy hat on, because today we're going to be making something very close to my heart. It's our little studio.
True, it's like we're
Look at
watching
that.
Jimmy
Isn't it
Fallon or something, except
adorable?
it's
All of us
funnier.
there on the sofa.
Wow. Oh, it's gorgeous. Oh, is that all you in there?
Yeah, it is. If we can just get a little zoom in, there we are. Oh, I don't know about you, Julia, but I always...
Although they cut away to like an actual news station earlier, it seemed
I do
like.
it every year.
Well, luckily these make amazing gifts. Shall we get cracking?
Oh, yes, please.
We're going to start with a shoe box
Lovely.
here. And Julia, that's it. Grab those scissors. I just want you to get rid of this front panel here.
Perfect. Will do.
Are you big celebrators in your house, Julia?
Oh, yes. No, in my house we show our love through food, like big dinners, loads of drinks.
Absolutely right. That's the best bit about any holiday. It's all that food.
This bit as well.
Absolutely right. Cutting.
I wonder
along
if
the
that's
line
why
there.
Bozeman's leaving, because it's no longer,
sure you're being
you know,
supervised.
what he had originally wanted to be doing here.
There we go. Fabulous.
There we
Okay, so it's going to look a little something like this, and I've got one here I made earlier. We painted it with a bit of poster paint, white to match our lovely curtains here in the studio, but you can obviously have whichever backdrop you like.
Like a nice shiny gold number.
Well, exactly right. So we're going to make bits of our set now to put in the studio, perhaps a little desk. So I'm just going to grab this piece of card. I've just got it from a little cereal box packet. I think you... I'll give you this one, Julia. Shall
thank
I?
you
There
so
you go.
much.
And all you need to do is cut along the
Lovely.
lines there. Fabulous. So what's the best part of any Leaders' Day dinner, do you reckon?
I don't even have to think about it. Really? I love the 3 potato pie.
Free potato pie? I don't know that one.
You know, with the chips covered in the mash or wrapped up in a jacket potato. Is that just me that does that?
I don't know, but that sounds starchy. Well done, Julia. So now she's folding over a little bit there. What it's going to look like at the end is this little rectangular shape there.
I like how they've already done everything. It's like, what's even the point of doing it?
There, so it sticks down. Now we need a sofa. That's what
I know they do
next.
that a lot because they want one that's like pristine and perfect, but it's cool to actually see them use what they make.
Knocking it all over.
I got one though, Megan.
Good, fantastic. You're just going to cut along the line here, down the middle. Exactly right. Then when you've done that, around the bottom, and again.
Feels more like a morning show, Hasifa.
Well done. When you're done,
oh, there we go.
It's going to look a little something like this. And look what I've done there. I've stuck some felt down. Nice and comfortable sofas.
Yes, can't have our tiny Megan having an uncomfortable sofa, can
Well,
we?
absolutely not.
She'll be on the phone to her tiny agent and getting someone tiny fired.
Yeah. Well, there's only one thing missing, isn't there, Julia? What is that?
A higher caliber
I don't think she'd like that one.
Nearly. It's people. So all we've done to make our little people, is we've stuck a cocktail stick into a bottle cap. We just need a face for that now. I've got a good one here. I know it well. It's me.
Lovely.
I'm going to stick it down there. A little bit of sticky tape. Oh, my felt's going everywhere. There we go. Oh, I'm a bit lonely. Let's take Robin and Patrick over. Sitting down on the couch over there.
There you go. And well, I'll make myself just comfortable just there. Yeah, there we go.
And these, of course, are all
Lovely.
made and cut out of our favourite newspapers or magazines, so you can have any guests you like. Julia, is there anyone else you'd like in a studio?
Oh, yes. Well,
Go on then.
I'm going to be playing Wheel of Truth with Ronnie from Heat Rash.
Nice.
Yes, but that's
It's like one of the movies they were talking
yes,
about.
He's going to be teaching me choreography, and I'll be teaching him foreign policy.
And of course, you can
Oh no, that was that band we saw earlier.
a bit,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know, nostalgic for the old look of our studio. We've got the blue studio down there, or even a bit of retro red. I've got Sheila Quickstep being interviewed there by.
Oh, Jeremy.
Sorry, that's not supposed to be.
Oh, well, we're out of time, I'm afraid, Megan. It's time for a break. When we come back, I'll be on the couch of chat.
That's weird. It's like
with
she's
some of
hosting
you,
it now.
And I just cannot wait. We'll be back after these messages.
Okay, before we suffer through the last... What's that?
Uh-oh.
Seems to be a little kerfuffle in the corridor. One moment.
Control.
The hell happened to...
You did remember.
What happened to our boss? Sounds like he just got attacked.
Should we be worried? We've got the Prime Minister here.
It's good that she's here. She's the reason for the extra security.
Are we going to need it?
Possibly. They're back.
It's not very reassuring.
I know.
Gonna be
I'm
another
like your
terrorist
mum,
attack
right?
soon.
Sowing division, undermining our lives.
All
and
of the
threatening our
advertisements we have now are all advanced. Like they're all just propaganda.
Freedom of speech to justify their discriminations.
They use tradition and history to justify their need to oppress.
They want more
Yeah, it's
than
gonna
their
get
fair
bad
share.
real soon, isn't it?
They put themselves.
I wonder if James
before the
Allen's gonna
team.
come upstairs and chat with us.
In a disrupt world, they would decide what women do with their bodies.
Oh
They
no!
would decide what kinds of relationships are natural.
That sounds like a
They would
great
exploit the
idea.
vulnerable for personal gain.
And they would eradicate betterment in exchange for a noose.
Oh my gosh.
They see themselves and their narrow view of life.
Or Alan James. I
as
say
the
James
default,
Allen. Yeah, Alan
as
James.
the status quo,
It's bad.
predetermined.
Not like before, so
and
much more than we were
inevitable.
expecting. And they're better organised this time. Like someone experienced is running things.
Well, we stopped them before. We can do it again. Thank you, Sarah.
One more thing, Mum.
Yes?
Apparently there's chatter about you. I've requested backup, but well, we're stretched pretty thin, Mum.
I receive death threats like other people receive post. I've learned to take it all with a pinch of salt.
Of course, Mum.
Thank you, Sarah.
That sounded deeply worrying.
Oh, you'll get used to it. I have.
I hope I don't have to.
Oh, didn't Bozeman tell you?
Tell us what?
Oh, I'm sure he'll tell you when the time's right. Forget I said anything.
You literally didn't? Going in 10 seconds.
Yeah, Bozeman didn't tell us anything.
Oh, no,
Does he know of something about to happen?
5, 4, 3.
This is gonna be bad.
Welcome back to the Nightly Show, where it's time to get a little intimate with the Prime Minister on the couch of chat. Prime Minister, it's great to still have you with us.
Thanks, Megan. Although maybe now's the right time to tell you that you're going to be seeing an awful lot more of me.
Oh, why is that?
Well, I am delighted to announce that starting next week, I will be the new...
Miss Salisbury, could you get ready to accompany me, please? Please remain in place, Mum. This won't take a moment.
Are we losing all the cameras? No. There we go.
We do apologise to our viewers at home for this unexpected interruption.
I'm sure it's nothing to
Ah,
worry
live
about.
television.
Right, understood. Everyone, please remain calm. How can I help? Can you clear everyone out of that area? Everyone.
Okay, everyone, if we could just clear away from these studio doors. Yep, that's right, just behind the cameras, please.
Do those doors lock? Is that Colin with the headphones on? Hey, mate, can you lock the doors? Can you not hear me?
Colin! Colin!
You can't hear us.
I'll do it.
No, miss, too late. I'm not enforcement, loading weapons!
Oh my gosh.
You two stay at the door, lock it tight, and don't let anyone in.
There he is. Looks like
Now listen,
a ninja from Mortal Kombat.
for anyone
Sit back down.
Of course, whatever you say.
Are we still live?
Yes, yes, we're live.
Good. It's time for some real news.
You, mic me up.
Let's have like laughter and stuff going on right now.
Is it working? Yes, it's working. Good. Over there, on your knees. Now. You, next to him. Move!
Okay, Colin.
Oh, don't hurt her.
Not the worst one I've had, though. Let them go, Mr. James. It's me you want.
Don't flatter yourself. You're not the target here. You're just a bonus.
Wait, what?
Oh my God, is it me?
We're not here to take out a person. We're cancelling the whole fucking show.
Oh no.
Which camera?
Everyone's gonna die.
I know you're watching this. In your vans, planning your counterattack. But please, try and control yourselves. Or, well, I'm sure you know the rest.
Alan, we can talk about this.
Oh, we will. I have a lot of questions.
There's no need for anyone to get hurt.
Where was that attitude during the uprising? You know, the night your thugs killed my friends.
There are innocent people here.
Says the woman who killed 14 million of them. No, I don't feel any great need to answer to you. In fact,
Oh, is there some new stuff here for you, Alex?
Come here! You move when I tell you to! Give me that.
Put random awkward applause.
Alan, don't do it. You're not an executioner.
What am I then, eh? You tell me, Megan Wolf, what the fuck am I?
Just a man who's just waiting over his head.
Don't patronise me, you smug bitch. I'm not one of your little helpers. Get over here. Kneel beside her. You're just as fucking guilty as she is.
Guilty of what, you fucking psychopath?
All of it! She sat there, smiling, and let it all happen. Jeremy Donaldson died for this programme. And she let it become this. Bread and circuses. Bread and fucking circuses!
Don't you say his name.
I beg your pardon?
I said, don't you say his name. You don't get to do
She was really close with them. Scout, it's getting crazy.
Person, love. She's the one that killed him. The first victim of her benevolent slaughter. Not the last, though.
All I am hearing is crazy.
Then maybe you should hear it from the source. Confess. Confess. Fine. Have it your own way.
Stop! For God's sake, stop!
Answer my questions. Or she dies next. Yeah?
Oh man.
Tell him what he wants to hear.
Because I have the buttons to make random applause.
Better. First question. How did you actually think this was all going to end?
In a better world.
Bullshit.
It's the truth! When we came into power, everything was broken. The system worked for so few.
Effects kind of ruin it, don't they?
And poverty and real pain. But you never saw that, Mr. James, because you were doing just fine, thank you very much. And my side, we were too weak, too meek. It was all good intentions and second chances and playing by the rules. Well, you know where playing fair gets the people at the bottom because of fucking nowhere. Someone had to be prepared to actually fight, to do what was required. So I did it. Because no one else was going to.
14 million people.
To save the 60 million here. What would you have done? Let us all starve to death?
You should have found another way.
There was no other way.
Is that how Peter Clement saw it?
Peter was weak. I loved him more than I have ever loved anyone, but he was soft. He wouldn't have allowed it to happen. And afterwards, he couldn't sleep. It haunted him. I think he would have killed him in the end anyway. But that's on me, Mr. James. What's on you?
We're not discussing me. Didn't you hear? Disrupt died on the night of the uprising.
Then how have we been watching you for months?
Watching me?
Uh-oh.
Not the only one who knows how to get people on the inside. We knew you'd pop your grubby little head up again, and we've been collecting information just in case you did. There's a recording, a meeting of the so-called disrupt leadership. It's tiny hidden cameras, very high-tech. Perhaps the public should see what your bosses are talking about when there's no one else around. This.
We have people at the network.
Hey,
jamming
we've
your signals, messing with your broadcast room. We'll stop you.
We have people too, and they've been doing this an awfully long time. Prepare the footage on screen 4. I guess it's up to the broadcast room.
You in there? If you play that footage, she dies.
Play it, Alex. Play the tape. I've seen it. It's important. It's gonna blow us up anyway, so just play the fucking tape.
That's true. Oh my god, this is brutal.
Don't let them play that tape. Take out those screens.
I think it's important.
I visited Stas Leningrad recently. What remains of it? You know, smoke still rises from some of the wreckage. Apparently it's too dangerous to send in men to put out the fires.
We have all lost that to which we were attached.
5 years, General, and still it burns. That is why this cannot be allowed to happen again.
Then we are all agreed. Once normality returns, we will proceed in a process of sanitization, Viscount.
My estimates suggest that we will need to expunge at least 45,000 in each territory, and if we are to be certain, many hundreds of thousands more. There'll be regional variations, of course, but the numbers will remain surprisingly consistent.
It will be an industrial procedure. We will need facilities.
Undoubtedly.
Oh, my people can deal with that. They're experienced in clandestine construction under challenging conditions.
But it will have to be all of them, General. The intellectuals, the radicals,
yes.
free thinkers, anyone who does not understand and accept the natural order of existence.
Of course, Jacob. There can be no fertile ground left for these ideas to take root again.
There will be a resistance. We should also consider relatives and close friends. They will no doubt have been exposed to dangerous ideologies anyway.
That could be millions of people.
Yes, but we can manage it. I mean, once the processing is up and running, we can streamline it.
You're certain you can manage these numbers, General?
Oh, yes, Viscount, possibly more. And then there's the transition centres. They can be easily repurposed.
Well, then, this is marvellous. Marvellous, gentlemen.
There is one other matter to discuss. Our colourful spokesman.
Mr. James. He's useful, for now. His appearance works well for us with the common classes.
But he'll have to go too, him and all his type.
Oh, yes.
On that I think we can all agree. Let him dance today for the masses who clap and cheer, and then later we cut his strings.
Obviously. The face of the future looks nothing like Mr. James.
Yes. I remember when we had troublesome cadets in a unit, we used to send them on a doomed mission. Gave their relatives something to be proud of. An honourable death of a loved one. Stop them asking some troublesome questions.
An excellent solution. Mr. James is full of passion. Let him consume himself with it.
Shall we turn to the matter of a new curriculum?
Oh, yes.
Bad choice, Alex. Kill her. No, wait. Better yet. This is on you.
Songbird down! Repeat, songbird down!
Oh my gosh.
Everybody stop!
Lower your weapons. Think about this, Mr. James. No one else needs to die today.
I agree. In 4 minutes' time, a helicopter is going to land on the roof of this building. I will be making my way up there and boarding that helicopter. And then I'll be on my way. And as you so observantly pointed out, no one else will need to die here today. I imagine you'll be joining me on the roof.
You know I can't let you leave this room. Alan Stephen James, you are formally requested for dialogue. Under Section 12 of the Mental Health and Antisocial Activity Act, if you refuse to collaborate, I am clinically empowered to intervene. Anything you say can and will be used in efforts towards your betterment.
You're arresting me.
Yeah, I was going to say, sounds like Miranda rights.
A palliative advisor will be made available to you at no cost. Do you understand these advantages as I have expressed them to you?
You must be fucking kidding me!
The patient has refused to engage.
You have no power here! If I take my thumb off this trigger...
The patient is a clear and present danger.
I don't understand.
It wasn't set
Centigrade
up.
Received.
Oh, crap.
Target neutralized. Headquarters, I can confirm intelligence. The device was sabotaged by person or persons unknown. 4 civilian casualties present, including Songbird. Is anyone else injured? All other hostages traumatized, but otherwise unharmed. Why are these lights on?
Broadcasting your live.
Control, I need transmission stopped
They
immediately.
didn't know we're broadcasting that.
We can't just cut the signal. We have to say something. We can't just leave them. We have to say something.
I think everyone's seen more than enough.
Oh, gosh. Oh, man. And is there still an epilogue you were saying? I need more. What actually happens after that? Holy cow. So you got a different ending when you played this, right? You were saying there were some different things there, Alex? Holy cow. Oh, Lawrence Blunderclatch remains beloved in the nation and hated in the industry. Not surprising. Oh, so we get like a little like what happened to each one of these characters. Jay Zus is taking some time away from the spotlight on a musical journey of self-discovery at his parents' house. Let's see, Lil C's new album Be on My Age has flopped. Her father seems indifferent to the result. Cragler is unhappy. Good, good. The Church of Flard is the dominant religion in 22% of the world. Oh no. This seems inevitable and acceptable to all. That's a terrible future. It's a terrible future. 20 years after David and Ingrid's bitter divorce, baby Dante developed his superpowers and destroyed all marine life south of the equator. Holy cow! What? That seems like news. Overcoming a lifetime of persecution, Eric Justin went on to become a leading figure in the increasingly militant Ginge activist movement. I missed a little bit of that. Nate! What timing? We're just wrapping up the game.